Welcome back to Commoners of D&D. We are all here except for Cameron. He's not feeling well. Hope he gets feeling better quickly. Let's throw it over to AJ for our Tiger Skull RPG.
Yeah,
news.
this episode and every episode is brought to you by Tiger Skull RPG.
Tiger Skull.
So go give them go sign up at Patreon for free. Patreon.com/TigerSkullRPG. Monthly content dropping. Get a newsletter. He's working on video games. D&D content, awesome stuff. Go get started for free. Patreon.com/TigerSkullRPG, our forever sponsor.
I remember when Tate used to do the Tiger Skull RPG.
Yeah, I used to pass it around a little bit.
I thought about that.
There was one time where I mentioned him by name, and I felt like I got a cold stare from you, and I was like, I wasn't supposed to do that.
No, it's okay.
Alex is cool.
Yeah.
I think AJ said his name too, but
Yeah,
maybe
he-
I'd say his last name, but it's like 5 syllables long, and
Well, he's Canadian, right?
Yeah.
That's why.
it's like Kolowikowski or something like that.
Oh,
All right, let's toss it over to Dustin for our social media shout-outs.
All right. Well, we are just coming off the eve of our second community night. We had a Rocket League tournament. It was amazing. My team won.
That's why he's so excited about it.
Fine.
Oh yeah, I would probably be equally as excited if AJ and Noah had won because they were killing it. It was a great game. So please take some time to come in on Mondays or Fridays and check out our Twitch stream. We do have odd streams here and there. Those are just more on the cuff. But if you also can join our Discord, it's in all of our socials where we talk about our streams and then also when we're streaming if it's not Mondays or Fridays, and come hang out with us. Like Kyle, who's joining the Discord today. And we have a good time there. Also, we have our YouTube that's doing stuff. I fail to post a short every month in May, so I'm going to now prep for June. That way I actually have because it was hectic and May was super busy. But so we're gonna keep
Every
I'm gonna
week
keep our
or
YouTube-
every day?
Every day. I was posting a short.
You said every month in May.
you said every month in May.
Oh, did I say every month in May?
Yeah.
I don't know what words are. I don't even know why they make me speak. Okay, every day in May I posted up to the 20th, and then I finally didn't have content and got too busy with end of the year graduation stuff with work. So I failed about 20 days into May. So going into June, I'm going to post a short every day. I'm just going to get some stuff prepared. June's tomorrow. I've already failed.
Here's the thing. We messed up every day May.
No one's putting that stress on you except for yourself. Somehow that's probably my fault.
We messed up every day May, but let's work on,
Every other
see you
day
soon June.
Sometime September.
Trying to keep the YouTube alive, do stuff.
Occasionally October.
I remember September,
Now and then November.
AJ,
Don't hold your breath, December.
hard at work on TikTok. I'm ignoring them now. All right, but
Shorts on YouTube and on TikTok.
Yeah. So
I've slacked off on the TikTok too, so you're not the only one.
well, if you haven't used anything that I've put into Google, I stole a bunch of old YouTubes that we can use. So yeah, just come hang out with us. We have a good time. We've actually had some random people pop into Discord, which is super exciting.
We're almost to 100 subs on YouTube too.
I wish we could get there with Twitch.
And the thing about it is, we're not doing it for any kind of sponsorship or anything like that. We just
I am.
Kyle is putting so much work into it.
We actually have done a first cash out. AJ's done a first cash out to help pay for this podcast. So
Yeah, this podcast sponsored by the Twitch.
Thank you to Slartster, Huntro, and Victory Screecher who have been our biggest supporters on Twitch. We appreciate you guys.
And also Alex, who
And
gifts a
also
lot
Alex.
of subs.
Yes.
Yep. You guys are awesome.
I was the socials. I wasn't the Tiger Skull, so I apologize,
Yeah.
Alex.
That's the Alex who...
No, different Alex. Different Alex.
I was like, I did not know that. That's cool.
we got two Alexes associated with
Two
it.
Alexes.
We're moving up.
All right, we have also got for tonight, we're going to throw it over to Tate to give us our little background from last game. Recap. That's the word. Words are hard.
Okay, so for in the last episode, no, I started out that way. People pay attention. Apparently, they don't. So.
when you use a voice.
When I use a voice, exactly.
That's a great character.
Now you gotta buck up, back up, and buck dies.
Yeah.
Buck up with that voice.
Line in mode.
So in the last episode, we started out with Urist holding Bryce hostage with the command action or spell. Gillard came in, coup de grace him, and then finished the job. And then we set up camp in the town that we fought the former wardens in. In the midst of all of our busyness and setting things up, Buck spoke to Rask about this new god that we heard about, Rithar, who is the god of ambition. Really piqued his interest on killing gods and stuff. So
Buck piqued his interest.
Buck piqued his interest on killing gods. Wasn't the intended effect, but was the effect nonetheless. So in the midst of, in the middle of meditation on the rooftop, Rithar visited with Rask. It was a pretty tense conversation in which we also found out Bryce's eternal reward.
Punishment, you mean?
Yeah. At the same time, the group was preparing for dinner, and Gillard had approached Buck about giving Bryce his last rites, performed that, and then the party, all those associated with the god, had expressed wanting to commune with all the gods at once about Jax, because Gillard had been approached by Jax and had accepted his challenge to take his new champion in order to receive his new power. The group, those that are associated with gods, spoke with them about Jax, found out Jax is not a god. He's something older, something worse, seems like.
Just different.
Yeah. And that was about, we questioned the nature of gods and everything. Anyways, then we went to Gillard, who had a dream about Jax, where Jax basically threatened Gillard, and Gillard threatened him right back with killing his champions until he chose him as his champion, and that's where we ended.
Did y'all actually approach me about him before we ended? Because I thought we ended with my dream.
We ended with your dream.
Okay.
All right.
Did we approach what now?
Did
one's
y'all
talked to you.
Okay, yeah, no one's okay. That's right. You talked to me before we all went to sleep. That's right. Okay.
But we would all be waking up at a similar time.
Because
right? And we're all in the same room.
Because I
now.
told you about Jax, I think, right after the thing with.
You told the
Bryce.
whole group about Jax.
Right.
Well, immediately after Bryce, you told us about Jax.
Exactly.
So my order of happenings, really, I got out of order there.
Yes, so you all awaken from your rendezvous with gods for the most part. Everett, you didn't have any.
I don't even have to
Interactions.
sleep, so I'm just hanging out.
You just watched everyone twitch a whole lot.
Yeah.
You watched me get under the covers with Buck and hold
Yeah,
tight.
at some point you watch as Rask, who was sleeping on the roof, just climbs down and curls up next to Buck. But you all wake up. I assume that Buck goes about his daily preparations of cooking you all meals.
Well, we were freaking out about Kelly making out with his god.
They all saw each other there in the
Yes.
thing, right? Just so
But
I'm
we
clear.
didn't see Gillard.
Right.
or me. I wasn't there.
Yeah, you could have been there, weren't?
Not my fault.
I was so close.
Yeah.
That was scary. So please continue to freak out about
Kelly, you wanna explain what we just saw in there?
What'd you see in there?
Don't. This doesn't concern you, Everett.
What do you mean it doesn't concern me?
It does concern you. We'll get to that in a second. But Kelly has the floor.
What do I need to explain exactly?
Is she your girlfriend or like what? Has this ever happened before? Are you betrothed to be wed? Like what?
What? Are y'all? Kelly's got a girlfriend?
He does apparently.
What? Is she hot?
Who's your girl?
She's
who's
not
your girl?
bad looking.
Really?
Yeah, Kelly.
I mean, I'm not
who is it?
surprised.
I mean,
He's a pretty guy, but. Or Elf? Do we call you guys? You know what? Besides the point.
We're waiting on you, Kelly.
What do you want to explain exactly? I mean,
Okay, well, you were just kissed by a god.
Not just kissed.
I mean,
Yeah, that was impassioned. That was embraced.
It was. It really was. There was a lot behind that. It wasn't a peck. So I'm just wondering, what's the history here?
I am so confused.
So are we.
The only possibility of women are the horses.
No, not in the cemetery.
He doesn't know about that.
What cemetery?
Wait, he does, doesn't he?
What?
You don't know that?
No, yeah, we do. The gods told us.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you met Rathar, Rask? Hey, let's not get distracted from the point that Kelly just kissed a god. Goddess.
What?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about here.
How would you know that?
We saw it.
We saw it happen.
When? I
In
literally
our-
was
in the-
in bed with
in the
Buck.
dream.
What do you mean, Buck? You saw it?
In the dream!
When we were asleep, we communed with our gods all at once.
Wait a minute.
You knew what this was going to happen, Rask.
Wait, why would I have known that was going to happen, and why wasn't I invited?
We thought you were. He said he already talked to you.
Y'all had a quote-unquote meeting with
We
gods.
were trying to get us all
and
there.
I wasn't there.
I think you ruined it, Rask.
No, he's not implying that he would have been invited there by the other gods. That he would have been on the other side of the table than us. Is I think what he's implying.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Rathar said he already talked to you.
Gillard, did you go to this so-called meeting?
We were
Okay,
we were expecting to see Gillard there. But
Well,
Everybody had
and
one big
let's
wet
talk about
dream
that.
to me.
Talk about what?
it was for Kelly at least.
What?
The gods don't know the nature of Jax.
Yeah, I'm not sure I know the nature of Jax either.
No, as in like they are these beings, these powerful beings who require people to do their will, right?
Right.
Jax is the same. It from our perspective is the same as them. They're saying he's much older. He's seems more chaotic.
Oh my me, you guys are serious.
I understand this is the more important thing to talk about, but I'm still real curious about why Kelly is getting kissed by a god.
So, can you walk us through the process? Did you ask her out?
Are you a god?
Did you go on a date?
No, I'm not a god.
How'd you meet her?
And she is hot.
Let the man speak.
I have been with her for a very long time. We
With her?
With
not
her?
not
Like,
not
what
like
are you
that.
talking
No,
about?
but I'm just saying that
Do you know her?
In the dang it, can't
Yeah,
say that.
yeah.
Can't say that.
In the old text form?
in the holy book type of way.
You know.
Like you know her deep.
Do you holy book know her?
Let the man speak.
I have been with her for a very long time.
Well,
We've spent the last 20 years together.
20 years.
wait, were you actually with her, present with her at that time, or you've just been walking this planet and she was overshadowing you as we have seen with Tira and Buck, and as she's doing now?
You guys like ride the griffin together.
Like she's there and you're here, or you were there with her?
But this is the thing. Rathar said the same thing.
What?
That he's been with Bryce for the last 20 years.
Yeah, he's been his god. Like they've been faithful to each other.
But
So Tira wasn't the first to wake up?
But Tira, I mean, whenever I talked to her, she couldn't remember any of her siblings.
But
know?
she said they do now. That
Right.
they've gained the power back.
Right. She knows the ones that are there.
Right. Well, Rathar never died because there's always ambition. Whether
But
it's
she
good or
didn't
evil.
know him.
Not
I
not
asked.
immediately when she came back.
Right. That's
Because she said they lost their memories when they lost their power.
she lost her memory, or we just lost the knowledge of the gods altogether. That's what I'm wondering.
Both.
Yes.
Well, she just said when we were there, if you remember, because you just listened to it, that they thought they had all their memories back now because we asked them, could it be that you forgot who Jax was? And she said, no, we don't think that we think we have all of our memories back now. But Tira was gone. She was asleep because there was nobody worshiping her because of what her domain is. But Rathar remained because he's ambition,
Right.
and Jax remained because he is change and destruction or
He's
whatever.
not a god.
No, he's not a god. He's something different. So maybe we can't even compare him. Tumath was gone because nobody was building and creating things because it's all of this destruction. And then probably Morwen was here because she likes pain and struggle in the form of war.
Right.
So she didn't die either because obviously
I
she's been here for 20
I
years.
remember. He's the
She's been here
avatar
for 20
of Jihad,
years,
that's right.
apparently, with Kelly, for at least for 20 years. So you've been faithful, you've been worshiping her for 20 years. Have you frequently had these meetups in their world where she lays a smooch on you?
Like, are we talking like How many conjugal visits? How many times does the warden come in and just unlock the cell and let you two go, and have your private time?
How old are you, Kelly?
Around. Around 87.
87.
Should have been calling you sir for a long time then, I guess.
Wait, what are you? You're an elf? Oh, that's not old at all. Thren was like 50 something. All right.
He's a teenager.
Okay, so for 20 years you've been with Morwen.
Of his life.
Was this the first time she's kissed you? That's really all I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions, but this is the prime question.
Is this the first time?
Is it consensual? Like, is this against your will? You can't stop her.
I mean, he didn't fight it though. I don't know.
He seemed to like it from what I could tell.
Let the man answer.
He won't answer. That's the problem.
You just got to give him time to gather his thoughts.
Take him 2 days to answer.
2 business days later.
Is the Griffin both of y'all's? Like, you guys mutually decided one day, let's get a pet?
He can only use the Griffin on every other weekend and Sundays and Tuesdays.
I just don't feel exactly comfortable answering all these questions.
Has she kissed you before? Just answer that, Kelly, please.
I'm so mad I missed that.
Let's just journey on for now.
Does she kiss everyone?
Listen, Kelly, we barely know Everett. No offense, Everett. I love you as a brother, okay? Don't know that much about Everett, but we know literally nothing about you. And I'm not very comfortable with that.
Last time we didn't know much about someone in our party, he did get ripped in half. I'm just going to tell you that.
That's true. I would never let that happen.
Have I not been
gonna get a Griffin?
upfront and forward with all of you so far?
Go halvesies.
Listen, you've been fairly upfront and forward, but when approached by a slightly challenging question regarding what we just all witnessed, you not just giving a simple answer as to if this is the first time she's kissed you.
Let me put it like this. Our relationship is complicated.
That simplified everything so much.
I've seen it before. Okay,
Okay, so hey, we've established it's mutual. It's complicated.
I mean, which one would think if you're dating a god that's pretty complicated?
Would you say that it's dating? Listen, 20 years. It seems like maybe you probably have great feelings for her. Is that right? Great positive feelings, right?
Well, I have served her for that long. So
There we
yes,
go.
I-
Okay. All right. Okay. So, would we quantify that as love? Would we qualify that as love? Do you love her?
I suppose you could.
Okay. All right. You do love her. Are you
love Tira?
Are you in love with her?
Yes, I can tell from his reaction.
I think I know the level of relationship that he's at. I've been here before. Like, she really likes you, but she's not bringing you home to the parents.
Ras, weren't you a monk?
Gillard,
Monks don't have to be celibate. Probably.
The word monk is just really a word.
He's a friar.
Like, she likes you, she's just embarrassed of you, and that's fine. That's cool, Kelly.
Oh, I wouldn't be embarrassed of Kelly.
Well, I wouldn't either. She's a god.
I mean, he's of good stock.
Yeah,
There's no
she
need
didn't.
to be
I mean, she didn't seem to be embarrassed, considering she was willing to
in
just
front
lay
of
one on.
in front of.
Just saying that's the level of relationship.
Unashamed, though.
You
like
just don't
that.
have enough for the dowry yet. Is that what it is?
I mean, dowry for a goddess has to be pretty
pricey.
great.
Pretty pricey.
It's okay.
He looks like he's packed.
I know it's hard for you rich people to admit when you don't have enough money. Just, it's okay. Go ahead.
Hey, in the midst of all this, though, I do look at the two of them. I just remembered because this happened last night. Did you guys catch that apparently there are ancient rules that they abide by?
Yeah.
How?
I mean, I don't know who puts those in place, but I mean,
That's
it makes
the.
sense to me.
I have more questions
Do you
than
think
answers.
they're ever going to tell us?
I'm so confused. I have a cool
wanna know.
story do,
Listen,
but like
we'll divulge further. We will let you know pretty much everything.
you guys are having one conversation, and we're all just little peas looking into the bowl. You know, we're not
Listen,
invited.
Okay, we communed with the gods. We learned some things. If you have any questions you would like answered, you can ask. But I can't. They really didn't tell us that much. I don't feel like
What
it.
rules? What rules? What are y'all talking about?
There are rules that the gods have to abide by.
Okay.
What are the rules?
They can't directly interfere down
That's
here.
why they need champions. Same with Jax. You notice he's never really done it on his own.
Right.
Like, even
so it's like he's abiding by the rules of gods, but he is beyond gods.
So these ancient rules.
Oristir even will step up. Yes, even when we were walking through the town, he was wanting me to destroy things. He couldn't do it himself.
And
He
then
wanted-
possessed Sybil in some way and used her, even though if she was just a vessel still. It seems he's not able to like materialize himself and do it.
Possessing someone,
Well-
I would say, is directly interfering with the world. Are we sure he follows these same rules?
I think
Well, Sybil opened up herself to stuff like that too.
no. The thing is, possession is not the same thing as direct interference. You're infilling your vessel, your willing vessel.
And Sybil was willing.
And Sybil was willing.
She was all the time
She was
consulting
immediate.
the dark spirits.
She
You're just
was
asking for something like that to
immediate,
happen.
for real, you know? But
PSA from the commoners of D&D: do not consult with dark spirits. You're just
stay
asking
away
for
from
trouble.
Ouija boards.
You can ask Sybil. It didn't go well.
But they don't directly manifest, and
They need champions,
down.
and they need their will to be done to bring power to themselves. They need worship. What else have we? I mean, we can anything that we've witnessed through your interactions with Tira or any of us, whatever, that we can assume like the reason they couldn't do this or they could do that is because of the laws that they're under. I mean, common sense. We can answer a lot of questions for ourselves. But they were kind of vague. I mean,
at 1.2, Math told me I was asking questions that were bigger than my paycheck, so I kind of.
I think that was his cop out of not knowing the answer. But
I don't know. I feel like I got a gentle rebuke from a very intimidating god.
What was the
there.
question? I don't remember that he said.
It was more or less.
I did just listen to it. But I remember saying that. But I don't remember.
So it's like what are the natures of gods that they have to abide by, a set of rules or something. You know, there's something you have to abide by, and what.
Like a question that's
Why?
more of an insult, kind of like.
No, it could if taken under the wrong assumption, it could be viewed as an insult.
Right.
But it
was just more of a question of like.
I needed two Math to hear my heart, not my words on that one. Okay.
We pressed them on several things, and I don't feel like we gleaned all that much useful information.
Not useful, no, but like it. Questions that are definitely there.
Well, Ras, tell us about your experience because Rithar told us he spoke to you. Don't try to play dumb about it now.
he.
First, for the 15th time, who is Rithar?
The god of
Sec-
ambition that you talk to.
We
I
floating
know
hood
his
guys.
name. I was there. It is Pablo, and he is a butthole.
Okay, Pablo, fine.
All
you
right,
want to call him
first off-
Pablo?
first
I
off,
wasn't even going to say this.
You might call him Pablo, but like Bryce very, very loudly declared Rathar. So, I mean, everyone in this circle,
I mean, he introduced
whether-
himself as Rithar.
whether or not they are associated with a god or not, we know that there is a being out there.
So Bryce's god is now talking to you.
Okay. All right. Listen, I wasn't even going to tell my story. I didn't want to take Kelly's thunder, but like, I went to like meditate, you know, like I do, and time like stopped, and I crawled out of the ground, super trippy.
Yeah.
I come out. There's this like blob of black, and it starts like talking to me, and Pablo's like, "Dude, I'm tired of living," and I'm like, "Shut up!" Then I started throwing rights, right? I'm throwing rights, I'm throwing lefts. He's dodging, he's bobbing, he's weaving.
He seemed pretty hard to hit.
I mean that
He was. I caught him with a round.
with everything that he told us, that pretty much tracks.
I caught him with a roundhouse though.
Deception
to the
check.
side, and it just kind of like went straight through him. So like he was he was kind of hard to hit, right?
Are you real? Oh, I thought you were.
And he said
Roll a deception check because
said-
he's inciting you.
D20.
he said that that's a natural 16.
Passive perception 16.
Plus what? What's your charisma?
Yeah, look on your.
Yeah, but it's
Perception. I need.
well,
Your just,
passive wisdom,
Insight.
but you still have to roll it.
Oh, pass it. Natural 12. So yeah, he's
4
I'm
perception?
convinced.
is it?
Plus 4.
He fought
He
Radar.
probably sent him a roundhouse,
But you also know this is Rask.
so he probably didn't connect.
No, that's a +0. Why is that +0? Because charisma is 0,
Oh, persuasion.
so it's a straight 16.
Oh, nice.
Well, no, it's
He still believes you.
Yeah, I believe you tried to roundhouse a guy.
So, anyways, Pablo's like, yeah, I didn't want what's it, dude's Rice. Yeah, I didn't want him no more. Thanks for getting rid of him. He's happy in the afterlife, and then I was like, don't refer to me as that guy. And I was like, I'm coming for your head, dude.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he did say that.
Yeah, I told you this is real. It
Who
happened.
advised you to threaten gods?
First of all, I don't need permission. This dude's coming up in my territory.
Where'd you get this
trying to
idea
get me.
from? Like,
What are you talking? What
I'm
are you
just
talking
curious.
About, Everett?
Hey.
What are you talking about?
Like, was it your idea to go to the god? Like, did somebody put this idea in your
no,
head?
I'm trying to meditate as gods do, and Pablo
Because
like
you're a god.
pulls me.
I get
Everett.
I get it now.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do my thing away from you guys, trying to be respectful, and like Pablo pulls me up into his dimension. He thought it was big and bad, thought he was scary, didn't know who he was messing with. Why was I sleeping with Buck last night? Maybe it was a close call.
no one asked that question.
Wait, you were sleeping with Buck last night?
Yeah, absolutely.
He woke up. Whenever I woke up, he was there. I don't know.
Yeah, but if we're being for real, and you guys really talked to them, and it sounded like you did, I really had it in with ambition.
I mean,
guess.
he said he found you interesting, so I think that's a good start.
No way.
Yeah.
Morwen thought you were a fool.
Is this Urist?
Yeah.
Yeah, Morwen did call you a fool. It was pretty rough. And they
She also kissed Kelly, so
I
her
can tell you
judgment's
this.
a little
You've
off.
made an impression.
They
that's good.
they tried to like get us to agree with him that you're an idiot, but Buck was like, "Hey, I'm not going to talk bad about my friend." So,
Buck said that?
yeah, he did, and I want to vouch for him because
Deception check.
it was
No way, Buck.
he did.
Oh, did he?
I immediately believe
I don't remember
this.
that at all.
I have
The mower
no
was
doubt.
too loud at this point whenever I was listening to it today. So.
No, they said something about him being a little idiot or something, and Buck said, "I'm not going to talk bad about my friend," but
Oh, that definitely sounds like Buck.
yeah.
Well,
Tara said she liked him.
well, I absolutely love you for that. Can't actually surprised you said that. I think I stuck up for you guys too. Like he like threatened you. He like threatened you, and I like obviously I tried to tackle him. But I went
Why
straight
did he
through.
threaten us?
I don't know. He's got a lot of ambition. You know. What
Yeah, but I mean, like, he doesn't need ambition. He's where he needs.
I mean, I thought he was kind of cool. I'd like to have him on our side.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
He seems to have juiced Bryce up.
The more gods, the better. I mean, you know.
Yeah, our experience with God so far has been very
twist
positive.
from Quincy.
Oh, yeah.
The more gods, the better.
Well, at this point,
Yeah.
yeah.
How
You got
do
one
y'all-
now, you might as well have one for everybody.
Yeah, I totally agree. Weird thing though. I think he might be suicidal. I
Then you get exactly what you want,
just
right?
gotta. What does that mean?
You want to be a god. You said you want to take his
God
power.
Quince,
You said that.
I am a god.
Well, I mean, listen, I think that may be a bit of a misnomer.
Tomato, tomato. But
And a bit heretical.
Because here's the thing, everything. I'm not saying that we know everything about gods or anything.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, we don't. All right.
Totally, I understand. Yeah.
But all the evidence that they gave us for godhood, you're not quite there yet.
Well, also, I think we should think about this. Seeing as how things like war
ambition, change.
Right.
All those things could be used for good or evil. We might should lock it down before Rathar goes and finds another Bryce. You know what I mean?
All right. So like,
Like he could go find some random black cloak with big dreams, and the next thing you know, you've got a horrendous problem.
Dadgum, you me.
okay.
Like, so we know at least if they're on our side, they're going to be used for good.
Yeah, I'll think.
Like he said, the
I'll think
reason
on
he
this.
was all shadowy and dark and stuff is because that's what Bryce liked. So we know that we can change him and influence like their domain. So if he's on your side, he could be something completely different.
Yeah, I really hope so. I just, I hope you guys are right, because if I did that, you know, I wouldn't want to like die or anything. You know, it's not like dying with him would be bad. You know, because like you go to a good place after you die. Everyone does. So
So like you found out like.
Can I roll an insight check?
Bryce is at peace right now.
That's bad.
Bryce is at peace.
Roll another deception check.
Bryce is at he's peaceful.
Okay, roll it twice. This one's for AJ.
He told one thing, so wouldn't he roll and they both roll against it?
Well, AJ rolled on.
I got a 7 insight. I'm basically just trying to see like if he's
Which one's for AJ?
if he was hiding something.
I got a 2 and a 9. So
Well, roll. You
Was
should've
it-
rolled them one at a time.
Was it disadvantage?
What'd you roll?
I rolled. I got 17 all.
Okay, so you fail both of them. Sure.
anyways,
Yeah, something is not. He is.
He's dodging.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just weird that he even brought that up because like
No
one asked him.
It was out of nowhere.
yeah, it was out of nowhere. Just like the. Why was I sleeping with Buck?
Is there something? Is there something? else?
Everyone goes to a good place under him.
All of you guys asking why I was asleep with Buck.
There's nothing to worry about. If you die with Rathar, it's fine. Good places.
Is there something you're not telling us, Raz? Kind of seems like you're.
there's never anything I wouldn't.
You're
do,
dodging eye
right?
contact.
That's
I
kind of
mean,
the
you-
point.
well, you-
We're friends.
Did you come sleep with Buck because you were scared?
Why would you ever assume that? Have I ever been scared of anything, Quince?
I don't know. You sleep under Gillard's bed a lot.
That's because I want to protect him.
Oh, okay.
From below the bed?
Last- he's
Raz?
been a
I was
little
gonna
scary,
say like you can't really keep watch under the bed.
I mean, but the thing.
Yeah, but they would never know I was under there. They would never see me
But
coming.
you might
under.
never ever
They would come
know
up
that
to
they were there.
They would come up to you and I just got your ankle. You know what I mean? Like boom, scared, done.
Childhood Dustin's worst fear in the whole world is that something would grab my ankle. And
I don't get scared, Quince. I am the scare.
okay.
You know what I mean?
No, I believe you.
All right,
Absolutely.
okay, hey, listen, but
Yeah, absolutely.
You said he threatened you though, and threatened us.
Oh, he did a lot of threatening. Yeah, he thought it was bad. He thought it was real bad. But like, he didn't even know what he was getting into.
Like what he threatened you with.
Violence.
I mean, it's all right to be afraid, Rask. Like he's pretty scary.
I mean, I could definitely see how being face to face with a god that is of the form of that one could
just
be intimidating.
Like a floating cloak.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. He
mean-
thought,
kind of sticking to the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, he
That
was
would
so
give me
scared
nightmares.
that he didn't let me come in with my weapons. You know what I mean? Or my,
Aren't your fists your weapons?
they are, and they didn't work. So I needed magic, and I wasn't able to do that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Didn't you tell me a while back that your fists are like magic?
Yeah, I thought you were.
I don't know what you
My fists are of the gods, Gillard. It was like a dream. It wasn't even real. That's how scared he
that
was.
is
He
true,
was.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't touch me, and I clearly couldn't touch him.
Yeah, I
was
mean,
throwing
it's not
everything
a
I
physical
had.
thing; it's just a vision. So
Wait,
yeah.
if it's just a vision, then how did he kiss Morrowind?
It was like like
mean-
projection type of thing. He didn't kiss her; she kissed him. Is the thing.
Did you see his lips go back at it though? Wait, it was like.
He didn't pull away.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest.
He maybe
in the
seemed a
meta-
bit surprised.
In the meta, I don't even see it that way. I see it like on Breath of the Wild with the big women in Link. That's how I see it.
Maybe you're going about this god thing all wrong, Rask. Maybe you need to romance this Rithar dude.
No, oh,
Wait a minute.
don't
Let's
put any more
backtrack. Let's
ideas in his
backtrack.
head.
I heard you say we can form them.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
No. Listen, there's okay. There are hard lines that are drawn with the gods.
Like
There
we don't
are-
change their name.
There are things that you can't change about them.
Can I roll?
Morrowind will always be about struggle and battle and that type of thing.
I'm not really talking about their beliefs, Buck. I don't care about that. If I'm being quite honest.
Do I believe what Buck just said about you can't actually change them because that's actually
There are aspects of them that you can change.
14 on insight.
Roll a persuasion or deception.
Okay, what's persuasion? So
Fantastic news.
Well,
it's a natural 18.
Gillard, it's kind of just like you could put on a different set of armor, but you're still going to be Gillard.
Okay.
Like,
um,
like kind of how, you know, at one time you hated Jax and you hated Urus because of Jax, but now you're wanting to work with Jax. You know, people change.
I hated that Urus lost control of his power, and Jax, the way that Urus painted it, he felt evil and bad, but we're kind of running into a wall here. Like, we're dealing with stuff that are not getting easier.
You think if you just put your foot down, Jax will obey?
Probably not. No, I do not believe that.
Okay. Let's go.
That is the opposite of what will happen.
Speaking of which, I had a dream.
Yeah,
You might not share that. We were hoping we were going to see you there,
Yeah,
Gillard.
we
That was the
kind of-
intention.
Yeah, well, you said that he's not one of them, so
We did.
That's why we found out that why you weren't there, because he has set himself apart from them and is not innately of their kind.
well, would love to ask him and find more out, but I don't know. Maybe he won't talk to me again. I'll let y'all know if he does.
I wonder what kind of god Everett's gonna be approached by.
He's already
He already kind of has one.
We think Miranda's a god?
I don't think she's a god.
no,
she's not
but
a
he
god.
has a
right?
patron. Is the thing.
It better be the patron.
I don't think he can
of
really
death.
have. I don't think he can really have a god. You know, because he's already got her.
We'll kill her.
It would be competing with his interests.
That's okay, Everett. We'll take care of her. We'll get you a new one.
Which, by the way, have you spoken to her lately?
I haven't. I mean, well, I probably.
You have not talking to her since she came and saw that your disease had been
right.
removed.
No, I need to talk to her
Have you
again.
told anybody about that? Because you know that it was removed, but do you know it's back?
No, I haven't told anybody it's back yet.
Right.
Anyway,
He missed the next game.
That was only like 3 days ago.
Is
Like,
it
that's-
anywhere visible on him?
I mean, it's under my shirt.
Okay, so it's not visible. No. You've got your plaque psoriasis all covered up.
Yeah. I took my meds this morning. Yeah.
It's embarrassing, you know?
Are we gonna hang out here forever?
No, we're getting back on the road.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm ready to get out there, you know, just I need my legs.
We need to
moving.
we need to get going.
Tiger Lily. All right, let's go. That's my horse. Would you forget? I just named her 3 days ago.
Buck, if you don't care to get us a breakfast to go, we'll get the horses ready. And
Yeah, I'll do some kolaches or something.
yeah, perfect.
Is that with horse milk?
My horse is a boy, Rask.
Horse milk?
Tiger Lily's a boy.
Yeah,
No. I have a whole kitchen right
it's a
here.
very masculine flower.
It's true.
What now?
You gotta listen to the campaign.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll gather up our gear.
Okay. Urus spends a little bit more time working on. He never finished, right? Your weapon, Buck?
I wrote down. I don't remember hearing it.
But you chose one.
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to be 8 hours. So he just wakes up and that keeps him busy
I
while
was
y'all are.
gonna say he didn't say that he did it,
Yeah.
but we talked about him.
Yeah,
working
Yeah,
on
I haven't.
something.
I wrote down that I haven't improved.
He started
Well,
doing it
first-
the afternoon before, so
I started out this campaign with improved critical, and he improved it further.
Yeah.
So now my critical is 18 to 20.
Nice.
Yeah. So as y'all are breaking, everyone's eating. You can roll your hit dice for everyone's temporary hit points for that. He comes on over. Here you go, Buck. I think that your math let me
What?
improve it a little bit.
What's the hit die?
Hold on, I'm going
He'll roll it, and you just add this to your temporary hit points for the day.
So does that make it 2 math and Tira's weapon now?
2 Math originally created it.
Oh, well, it makes sense that he could make it better. I
He's
guess.
what we had talked about is he's basically Hephaestus.
Oh, hey, I have a friend, right, and she talks about my tree brother. What's his name? Grago. The guy.
Ragu.
Gru. That's it. How was that dude or girl? Is it a girl? Is it a guy?
9.
It's a
9
boy,
temporary
right?
hit
He's a
points to
boy?
everybody.
I think it's a guy.
9.
He's a troll. Yeah.
Everybody has 9 temporary hit points.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, I have 50, so
He was there, didn't say
swap him out
much.
for the 9.
Didn't say much, Rask. He was just kind of there.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't she in love with you?
Orlean was, yeah.
Orlean was in love with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
And
said
you
he
didn't know
had-
she
he had a
existed?
friend.
Well, I knew she existed. We're buddies. We're just pals. We're bros. Orlean, my boy. What up, son?
What is Rask's connection to Grugu? Did I miss something?
No.
No, he played Orlean in
Right.
that, and
I don't have a connection to Grugu.
Orlean had a out of campaign relationship with Rask that only Orlean knew about.
Yeah. Rask
Retcon.
just buddy. Yeah. Orlean.
Orlean was in love with him.
She secretly is in love with him, and he knows of Gruger.
Only Kyle would fall in love with his own character.
Yeah. That's like character incest.
What do you think I'm going to make Pablo look like?
No guts for you.
NASCAR Raz love right there, baby.
All right, mount up, boys. We're headed further into the desert.
What date was our last game?
Yeah, dibs on the back of the broom.
I got it.
We have horses.
We all have a horse.
Oh, come on, man. You don't want a little bit of broom time.
I know. It's okay.
So you guys all mount up, and you begin heading south again. Kind of southeastward at this point, still trying to make your way further down. You're really not sure where you're going. The road here is all but gone.
Do we even know the name of the city we're trying to head towards? Because I can't remember.
Yeah, Stone Spire.
Stone Spire.
That is the capital, right?
Yes, I think so. And we said it was the middle one, right?
We said that was a good place to start, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a path we can follow?
It is. Which one of you is like the best at wilderness tracking?
This would be survival, right?
Yeah.
I have a plus 10.
Wow. Dadgum. How'd you get that?
Because my wisdom is 5 and my proficiency bonus is 5.
Okay. Buck he is able to keep an eye on it, but these roads are all but deteriorated away. There is no vegetation that has kind of eroded at this point to show where the pathway should be. There's just maybe a slight rut every once in a while that shows kind of the same direction. There's stretches of time that he loses it entirely, and then y'all see it kind of like 30 foot off to the side, one direction or the other, and you try to keep correcting. Mostly you're heading by direction of the sun. Vegetation, non-existent. No scrub brush, no trees of any sort, just dead wasteland, and it is just so monotonous.
Is it completely flat?
That was my question. Is there any mountains?
It's fairly flat, but the wind is blowing this loose dead silt around so that small dunes are beginning to form. You think in a few years that they would probably they would grow in size, but as of now it's still early in their development. And you just keep moving. You spend the next day. You break camp and you have to dig out another hole like you did the first or second night that you were in this area, and more of the same the next day. Just moving south.
Do we even know what direction we're going? Everything looks the same. I hate this place.
Is there any big rock formations or like?
We've got a general sense of where we're going. You know, sun sets in one place, it rises in another.
That's true. I forgot we could use the sun. I didn't think of that. Okay.
Rocks, not really.
Can we see off in the distance on the horizon, like distant mountains from other parts of
Only back to the
Maybe
north.
to the west there are some slight mountains. They're hazy. You almost wonder if they're mirages.
And that would be back the other way, pretty much.
It'd be
That's
to
not
your
the way
right.
we're going.
Yeah, it'd be to your right as you're going. As the second day from the encounter with Bryce, y'all actually do begin to encounter a few things that surprise you. At one point, the path is clearer than it has been in a good bit, but there is just a massive ravine that is formed blocking your path. And, well, what do you want to do about it, I guess? It's a good 30 foot wide, and
just cuts the land in half.
Kind of, but you can see that you could go just further down, and it seems like you could get around it. It's not
So it's like a big crack.
So
kind of.
Can we just, Kelly? Can we just use your griffin and take turns?
Well, we have to get our horses across. I guess the griffin.
Could the griffin carry horses?
Griffin can the griffin carry the horse, Kelly?
Can we put a horse on
What about on the
carpet?
What about on the carpet?
Carpet can carry.
can carry a large.
Carpet ferry.
Yeah.
And the griffin carries the other horse.
I don't know if the horses will like a carpet, but they definitely won't like.
We'll
a
just
griffin.
leave one person on the carpet to pilot it back and forth, and we'll go one horse at a
I've
time.
heard this riddle before.
Let the horse fly the carpet.
We've got a sheep, we've got a farmer, we got a wolf, and a dog. What are we going to do about it?
Well, normally griffins would make horses a snack. There shouldn't be too much trouble to carry one at a time across, I wouldn't think.
Well, just keep in mind the horses will not like this.
I like the
Horses are
carpet
there?
better.
How many horses are there?
We all.
He doesn't have a horse because he's on his griffin.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses. You don't have a horse.
Oh yeah, I'm on the broom. Yeah. Okay. Because I have.
Anything to say about the broom, Rask?
No, I'm already in detention for 3 weeks.
So
I vote carpet.
I can cast.
Y'all can go around.
I've never
it's
done-
only like 100 foot
Oh.
on either direction if you want to
Oh,
try.
it's only 100 feet.
That'll take all of 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Well, let's just go around.
As
then.
you come up to this, though, give me a
I thought
perception
it was
check.
like cutting the land.
Yeah, he wanted us to go around. I know.
No. Give me a perception check as y'all come up to the ravine.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just a bunch of dead bodies in there.
Natural 20?
Natural. Oh, hey!
22.
28.
Okay, yeah.
I don't see it.
17.
I'm more concerned about how we're gonna get these
Anything
horses
over a 18,
14.
I think. Anything over an 18. Looking, just kind of getting close and looking over the edge, this does not look like a rift. It does not look like the land. Have y'all seen that footage of in Africa of like the plates moving away from each other just like that quick? It doesn't look like that. It looks like things have fallen in here actually. Like this what used to be some kind of a hole or a tunnel of some sort that it was that eroded away and fell in the roofing of it.
What's the word for that? Where it just
Sinkhole?
sinkholes. Like
Not a sinkhole because it's in too much of a line. It looks like it's mounded up, and you think that you can see blackness on both sides that looks like it continues onward.
reminiscent of the purple worm.
Entrance. It's we have happened upon. It was
cave.
like a mine collapse,
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm
we're
saying.
looking over the top of it.
Like we're looking, you can see tunnels.
It's right in the middle.
continuing on each
Is it like something dug the tunnel out originally?
Natural 20? Absolutely. Yes. You can, like, looking at the walls where the debris from the ceiling has fallen further away, you can absolutely tell that this has been dug out with
Tools.
With tools.
Tool marks
Yeah,
on it.
tool marks.
Not like a purple worm situation.
Kelly, what do you elf eyes see?
Tales from Palesia.
Is it one tunnel or multiple?
From just right here, it seems to be one pretty large tunnel that's 30 foot wide and going on in both directions for as long as you can see at the moment.
From what I can tell, it looks like that has been dug out by hand.
How deep down to it? To like where the tunnels are at?
Probably 30, 40 foot.
You can't be thinking about going down there, Everett.
No, I would. No, never.
I'll send trash.
I mean,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna do.
What is it?
I'm gonna send Trash the bird because he's not a rat anymore.
Oh yeah, you turn into a bird.
I mean, my thoughts were that like we don't have many signs of civilization or human interference except for this. This may lead us right where we need to go.
That's true, but
I'm going to check it out.
I'm gonna stop and send Trash down.
well, why don't we send Peaky with him so he can light it up?
Eater.
Eater.
Sun Eater. Yeah.
I told you I was calling him Peaky Pete.
Remind him of his last life. Class.
So Dillard's Echo is going down.
It can
and
just
then
fly down.
Trash and Sun Eater.
No, Eater's not going.
Oh, Sun
Eater
Eater's
is
not going.
not. Eater, get over here.
Trash needs a friend.
They need light, Rask.
I can see in the dark.
All right. Okay, Eater, stay as high as possible and out of danger.
Okay. Which way are you going? You going to the east or west way?
West.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the closer one because I can go a mile.
Okay.
So
They're both You're it's kind of right in the middle.
Oh, okay.
You wonder if the transportation that at one time went through here eroded the ground away too much, and then the earth dying and stuff broke it up even more. So that's why it finally gave through in this spot. As y'all go, your bird flies down, and Gillard, are you jogging or are you just walking?
My echo just
I know
floats.
it's your echo.
That's-
Floats. Just
yeah.
okay. So y'all, it's pitch dark, but you can see in the darkness. Can your bird? Probably. It's a familiar. Oh, Eater's also going. Okay.
Oh, it's
Eater's-
it's the sight of your bird.
Yeah.
Eater is also lighting up the tunnel a little bit. As you get away from the debris of the cave-in, the area is clean, almost immaculate. Doesn't seem like anything's been here in a while, but there is no like loose rock. There is nothing left behind. Looking at the walls, this was maybe not expertly carved out, but well carved out. A lot of time and effort went into this. And as you go about 200 foot or so into the darkness, which is being lit up by Sun Eater, you start seeing small, not 30 foot wide like the main branch of this is, but you do see branching off in different directions every 15 or 20 foot for a while, just different veins that go off. Are you interested in going down those, or are you just going to stay on
I
this
can
main
only
one?
move a mile away. So if I'm down, how deep did you say it was?
You got a long ways to go.
You got a long way. Yeah, you got 5,000 feet. So,
Okay, so, yeah.
you're only about 500 or 600 foot away right now.
I'll double check.
Probably you can go further than the birds,
Yeah.
right?
I think his, I don't know. The bird, I think, is a mile before Brad.
is the bird also?
Oh, no, his is 100
Oh,
feet. His is
yeah, I
100
was gonna say I think it's only like 100.
I think mine's a mile. I want to double check now because now you got me doubting myself.
Yeah, Eater's coming back whenever he gets out of range.
This is 1 D&D. I need 5e.
which it may not be very far.
No, it's not very far. I think it's also 100 feet.
Yeah.
So we could use it. Well, I used to
Why
use
does a baby phoenix have
Oh,
dark vision?
it's 1,000 feet, so I can only go a fifth of a mile.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay,
not
so
a-
you're about at the halfway mark of that.
Okay.
1,000 feet is not a fifth of a mile. You said not half a mile. Sorry. Yeah. You got probably another 500 foot more that you can
Oh
go.
yeah, I'll just. In fact, I don't even have to come back. I can just. The echo's
Yeah, I know.
gone, and I'm back in my.
Yeah.
Once you get past the debris, everything kind of clears up. And it's just a regular mine shaft. Those guys haven't been used in a while.
Well, it caved in here. There's no guarantee it's not going to cave in somewhere else down there, and then we're.
But it's true. I can only go about 1,000 feet.
We could go in there.
We could, but
We got other things to do. We'll do that after we kill Draxus.
should we go the direction that it? Should we go the direction that it's going? Should we change our course at all? Like that has to probably lead.
Were
to
either of the mine shafts going in the direction we were going based off of what we know about
Well, you
Stone
really
Spire?
don't know. You don't know how. You don't. There's no signs of a city or a town.
Is it completely just every direction we look right now? Nothing.
Nothing.
All we know is the sun. Does the sun?
You're following the
rising?
sun. Yeah, the sun is still doing as it should.
And we know this mine shaft is going.
It's going.
east-west.
It does have a southwardly and northwardly direction, but more east and west at this point.
I mean, could I do like a survival check? Just to see if this.
There's definitely.
I mean, there's no way I could tell that it was fruitful
Right.
to go in this direction. But is it?
They would just go to a mine entrance somewhere.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, this will take us near a town, but it could also we could just get lost in a mine shaft.
Yeah.
That's
Or I say even worse than, well, I mean, getting lost would be terrible, but if we're down there for, say, we go 10 miles into there and come to a cave in where we can't go any further, we just have to track 10 miles back.
yeah.
That's just a waste of a day.
Yeah.
I mean, how much time I'm able to do this new thing since we leveled up.
If we give you 10 minutes,
No, I can send my spirit out from my body. I can only do it for an hour.
You copying my thing?
I
Like an echo?
mean, but better. No, but for real though, if we have an hour to spare, I can go down there and I can still
An hour?
communicate with you with my body here.
It's an hour.
Yeah, spirit projection. I mean, if we have the time, I could do it. I don't know
can
if it's
we,
worth the time.
is there any good way down to the bottom of this? Is it like a slope on either end or where we could actually go down? What?
We have a carpet.
We do have the carpet.
The horses would
carpet
have a hard
elevator.
time getting down. You
Okay.
guys probably not so much.
Well, what time of day is it right now?
It's your second day. It could be it's probably noon, 1ish.
Okay, what about this? Say we do that. What if we get down to the bottom of this thing, at least get out of the sun for a little bit, and just rest down there while he does this?
Yeah.
That way we can, because you're not going to be present in your body.
Yeah, no, my body will still be here with you.
Okay.
And then I can send my spirit out.
So
Do we have any way of communicating with you while you're gone?
I think I can hear everything that my body can, so yes.
okay, the side that I checked, Seth, is it accessible by like people, or did I like go through cracks with my echo?
No, it was a 30-foot wide tunnel.
No, I'm saying the caved in part. Was it like, could we go through that? Or was
Yeah,
I-
absolutely. Yeah, there was no part of the tunnel that was completely enclosed.
Okay.
It's just the ceiling fell in, so you'd have a little bit of rough
When I'm
part
done,
to
I
get
just come
over,
back to my body.
and then back to a smooth tunnel.
Yeah, but does the whole hour have to take place?
No, I can just break my concentration on it.
Yeah, but you just wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know what's going on. Yeah, no, because I'll be unconscious in a state of suspended animation. So I won't know what's happening.
We will protect you. With
I
our
mean, if my
lives.
body takes damage and it breaks my concentration, then I'll snap back to my
How
body.
fast can you move?
It doesn't have a speed, so I just assume my normal speed.
So you
oh,
can
you have a flying speed equal to your walking speed and can hover. So
you could kind of go
far
pretty
can you
quick.
I'm 30 foot.
No. How far can you go with this spell?
range.
So you can just go as far as you can in an hour.
Yeah.
Well, can you double? Can you double that speed?
I would say yes.
So 60. So
60 feet a second.
60 every 6 seconds
So that's
times 10. So
10.
600 feet a minute times 60 minutes,
Over a mile.
36,000 feet.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Yeah. I mean, that's
I mean,
6 miles.
I'm
Or
not
It would
running
exhaust his
physically.
spirit.
that's 6 miles. 6, 7,
I'm not
6
gonna get
miles.
exhausted physically because of that.
No, 7 miles. Probably around 7 miles. So that's basically 7 miles an hour for a dash. I mean, that's pretty good. Most people can run faster than that for a short time.
Now we just got to decide.
I guess for average speed.
Yeah. Just a normal person's speed.
Okay. Well. Okay. I say if we do
It's not
this,
bad for someone of average.
we need to.
We do the demigod and Nimblefoot. You know.
Could you cast it on one of those two if they could go a little further?
We could book it. Rask probably is the fastest of all of us.
Yeah, I'm not real keen on doing that, but I do say
I
let's
can dash
get
at
to the
80.
bottom of here and at least rest for a minute,
How fast do you
and
move?
we can keep
No, but-
Kelly safe down there. Or not Kelly, sorry, Everett.
So yeah, you're faster than me. So if you can cast it on Rask, he could absolutely go.
It's not a spell, it's a feature.
oh,
Sorry.
gotcha.
All
Gotcha.
right,
do your thing.
Let's use the carpet. Get down there. We'll set up a little camp where we can watch Everett and let him do it. I like
How
it.
are we getting the horses down?
What is this feature?
Carpet elevator.
Spirit projection. It's level 14 undead some class.
Are we level 14?
Sorry, I said that like a robot.
We loaded up last time.
I didn't change my numbers.
We rolled all our stuff,
No,
I'm
I
pretty
did all
sure.
my stuff. I just didn't change my level.
Yeah, I changed mine.
I'm 9 barbarian.
Did you tell Morgana? Right, that was her name. Miranda.
Miranda? You say Morgana?
Miranda. Did you tell her that it came back?
I haven't talked to her since. I haven't got a chance to.
You haven't been.
I probably would have.
You missed 2 games in a row, didn't you? Yeah.
I probably would have one of the days we're traveling. I'm definitely going to tell her during the middle of the night. I need to talk to her. But anyway.
Morgana's from a lot of things.
Morgana is from Arthur is probably the most notable.
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
There's also Morgana the cat from Persona 5. Morgana's just a big time fantasy name.
Is that based on Morgan Le Fay? Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's where Arthur, the one Arthur one's based off Morgan Le Fay.
All right, we're going to use the carpet to levitate downwards, elevator down with one horse at a time.
The
Oh, you're
carpet,
bringing the horses. Okay.
okay, the carpet can hold large, but I
Wonder how the
can't.
horses are going to take this.
Not well. I mean,
Somebody with good animal.
No, we're good.
the,
I'm good with horses.
The carpet is also it's not it flies stiff. Like it's not like the horses
It's
are
not
like
doing
falling
that.
through. Yeah.
It's not a waterbed.
The horses are standing
that's what I was thinking of.
on a hard surface, so they're give me a couple.
I'm going to actually take a cloth or something and put over their eyes.
Smart. Yeah.
So-
advantage on your animal handling.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
How many do you want?
Just give me 3.
Okay, that's a 16.
Fine.
That's cocked. Reroll 1 also.
Thank God.
Oh, double 10, so that's another 16.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Quincy is quickly able to get all of the horses down and calm, wrapping their eyes so they couldn't see what was going on, and then the stability of the carpet as it brought them down, no problem.
I don't think this carpet can hold an actual horse.
Horses are heavy.
What?
It says 600 and 800 pounds for the largest carpets.
Oh, horses are really heavy.
Oh, okay,
really,
maybe
really
not.
heavy.
Maybe you tried the first one and it falls.
The carpet just wasn't able to lift, I guess.
But could it like slow fall them down? We just can't get 'em-
The carpet wraps up around the horse and like gives some upward pressure, and the horse.
Seth, don't be nice. We killed the first horse.
Whose horse went first? Not Tiger Lily, because I already know how I'm getting Tiger Lily down if it comes down to it.
We left Della, didn't
Hold
we?
on.
We didn't bring Della.
No, she's back in.
What about
Okay,
Eric's
average
horse?
adult horse is 1,100 pounds.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Okay,
So we tried the carpet; it didn't work, guys. I have a plan.
If you say horse meat, I'm gonna be mad.
No, not horse meat. It might
why are you guys
feel
so
like
against eating
that.
horses. We get hungry.
We need,
I need-
it for transportation.
I know how to get the horses down there. I don't know how to get the horses out.
Well, if we can walk out of these, I think we'll be okay. It's not like we're gonna find another
Why
crevice.
don't we just leave the horses up here?
Where are they gonna go?
Fly on a horse.
What do you mean?
I could do that too, but dude, we don't want to waste.
Tie them up right here.
We start imagining.
To die? They don't have water. They don't have food.
No, I mean when we come back out.
Spell slots.
Are we definitely coming back out?
Well, no, but if we, I mean, I guess we can figure this out if
Okay,
we
group
don't.
consensus. We have 5 horses. I can definitely get them down. I can't get them back out.
Well, why don't we?
Can your griffin carry a horse?
I was just looking that up, and according to AI here, it says in 5e D&D, a griffin can likely carry a horse, but it depends on the size and the weight of the horse and the specific griffin.
Average horse.
This is a fully grown griffin.
Or is it? What
Why do
size
we need to
is
bring
it,
them down
though?
there anyway? Let's just leave the horses up here.
Horses
Let's just leave
causing
the
a lot of
horses.
problems.
The horse is gonna be small.
They're not gonna die. They're gonna sit up here for an hour.
And then do what?
Okay, if,
Chill.
Unless it's a Clydesdale.
They're gonna chill.
Are we just going down there for an hour?
Yes.
What if
and then,
what if we find a promising path?
then we worry about the horses, but we don't need to bring them down here, not knowing if we can get them back out
There's
before
not
we
even
even know
any
where we're
room in
going.
these tunnels to take the horses.
Yeah, there is.
Why would you want to take these horses?
horses are like, I mean, these tunnels are like 30 foot by, I don't know how tall they
Wait,
are.
how big is the tunnel, sir?
How tall was the tunnel?
We are the only way these horses
I can
survive.
get up and down this ravine
Yeah, it's
very
like a perfect circle.
easily.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Huge.
this tunnel's massive, guys. 30 foot tall, 30 foot wide. It's humongous.
That's insane.
This is, but then it narrows down into
Robots with hand tools.
No,
My God.
no, there is offshoots of mines that are smaller, but
Yeah.
the main tunnel itself.
Okay, so this is a great grand road. Yes.
do we want to get the horses down?
Yes, I do. I say yay.
Why don't we just wait and see if there's a promising
Everyone who's not in favor of the horses say nay.
nay? Tie them up here, and then if we decide to go down the tunnels, then we'll get them down.
Okay, so you're leaving the horses.
I don't know if I want to, but if I do this for my horse, then no one else's horse gets down.
Urist volunteers to stay with the horses. Just to
Good.
keep
There we go.
Thank you.
Urist, you champion of the
And we
people.
give him, I guess, the alchemy jar.
He already had the alchemy jar.
He said no, so I guess so. He said he didn't write it down.
He has the alchemy jar.
and he has the alchemy.
We have it.
He had it since we told him last time.
All right.
Magic carpet down.
Let's float down.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Are we
Your ass
ready?
just walks down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slow fall because I can go up and down. The
Okay,
whole
so we
time.
don't have Urist on it, and we don't have Rask on it, so the rest
I'm
of
on
us
the-
can surely ride on
I'm
it.
on the carpet, yeah.
800 pounds.
We had a large carpet. Yeah, it can hold it.
Probably close.
I got a broom, so that's one less.
Only three of
okay.
y'all are on there.
Only 3.
Yeah, y'all are good. That's why I gave y'all.
Yeah, and you're tiny.
I just jump off and rage.
All right.
You maintain your age. when
Which
you're the guy.
direction?
Oh, our carpet's 500 pounds. Seth told me how big our carpet is. It's actually supposed to be 600
We're
pounds.
still good.
That's
Anyway.
the size.
Which direction do we want to go?
But you said we had a 40 foot.
Do we know which
West.
do we know which direction is pointed towards?
South and east.
We know that way leads. It looks like it's
South and
leading
west.
the way we came.
South and west. It's
Okay.
heading
Looks
south
like
and west.
The way
from
that we
north
came
and
from, and we know there's nothing
north
back
and
behind
east?
us. We know
We
that
need
this
to go.
way.
All right.
Which tunnel did I look at? The south tunnel?
The south and west
Yeah.
one.
The
Yes.
south tunnel looked good. Let's just go over there.
This will be the first time I've ever done this. I'm getting some shade.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Here, let's get just like right in the mouth of the cave where we have a little shelter.
You're not
from
going to
above.
turn into that thing like you do during combat, are you?
No. This is. I don't know.
You're pretty hideous.
You know what? I really don't know.
Your visage is pretty hideous when that happens.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's almost like some sort of dreadful form.
we need to talk about this right now.
Find a comfortable spot to sit, Everett.
Whatever you're gonna do, let's do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
All right. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna project my spirit out of my body.
As soon as he does, the flesh falls away from him. How are you sitting?
I was just like cross-legged, like Indian style.
A skeleton, a full-blown skeleton, is sitting there crosswise. Its head's just kind of lolling every once in a while. But yes, the flesh has just fallen off of him.
The petrified part of him, does it stay?
No. His clothes melt away as if through time, and you don't realize this. You just kind of go into your trance.
Get a little like Rex said,
Hello.
what is happening?
You look up and you see Miranda
Hello.
using a new ability.
Yeah, we found some cave out here in the middle of
Is his body saying this too?
nowhere. Like, where am I? Am I standing there and she's there, or okay?
The whole world looks different in this. It's almost like Frodo when he puts on the ring. There's a graininess, a blowing of black and whiteness. Nothing just seems right, but you can see the outline of this cave, and you can make out what is here, but it is different. It is strange likeness of the real world.
Are you here with? I don't know what's going on. This is the first time I've ever done this. I know we've talked about this.
No, I'm not here. This is just a projection of myself, just as you are a projection of yourself. But I felt that you were pulling on my powers, and I wish to speak with you. It's been a few days.
It has.
What are we doing here in this bleak cavern?
We found it in the middle of nowhere. We're headed to the Stone Spire, and we decided maybe this would be a better route. We really don't know. We don't know where to go. We're kind of lost, I guess. We've been heading in a direction we see nothing. I don't know.
And so
It's
they
been-
task you with checking out an area before them?
Yeah, I volunteered, but
Being
Like-
so helpful.
got to be invaluable.
Be invaluable, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You make her sound like a lead salesman above it. Be invaluable. That is exactly what I said.
Which direction shall we go?
I think we're headed this way. Do you know anything about the Dying Lands? Do you know?
It is an apt name. The lands have indeed died, if they are not still dying. The Rua Jaik, he dug too deep. He took too much from this land. He sucked every bit of nourishment out of the ground, trying to build those metal monstrosities that he's so fond of, those soulless, lifeless things.
Okay. Let's walk and talk. We can go this way, but I still want to keep talking to her.
Are you running?
Yeah, I mean that's not really running because I'm
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're both
Yeah.
just. You're
We're both moving very quickly,
You're
though.
flying, right?
We went from making it 7 miles to making it half a mile.
No, you're rushing, and she's able. You're not out of breath because you're not exerting yourself. You're just flying through the air.
Yeah.
It's really not like you're moving. It's more like the world around you is moving. You can't tell that you're doing anything. It's just like the world is rolling past you as you stand still.
Okay. So, I need to talk to you. You know, I went to the Buck, that cleric of Tira,
Yes, you told me.
and he healed me. It has come back.
I was afraid that it might. I did not really think that it would be a permanent solution. I didn't want to get your hopes up, and I hoped against all hope that it would, but
I don't know. I'm just very frustrated. You know, it's like I don't want to have to keep going back to a cleric every day for the rest of my life.
And nor should you have to.
Like, and your research, have you found if this is maybe like a blood-based disease, a flesh disease?
I had put away the research for the few days that because the last I had heard that you were cured, so I had focused on a few other things. I, of course, can bring that back into my forefront.
I mean, I don't know. Just maybe if I do another, I've been thinking, maybe if there's some way to transplant change bodies, or maybe cut this out somehow, some kind of surgery, but I would have to be, I don't know how it's connected to my body. Like it's just, I don't know. I'm just, do you have any more insight you could give me? I feel so lost.
Before you came to me, before Millicent brought you, I'd never heard of anything like this. And then finding out that your father also had it, this is an extremely rare disease, apparently.
So you wouldn't know of the origins or anything? You've never heard of it at all?
I have never, in all of the medicinal books that I have perused, I have seen nothing of the sort. I have seen no indication of something like this being written down in any kind of manual and any kind of medicine information pages. Not that sort of thing is really recorded much in Draxus's reign, but I'm afraid that this is something rather new. I've been having to delve more into the mystical to try to understand it a bit.
Insight check.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So ready. I need to know. That's a 30-20. It's 20.
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Yes! So he can glean what
You don't glean much from her. She's not really here in front of you. This is just a
projection.
A projection. Perhaps the frustration of thinking that you were cured and then it returning, and this is a deep-seated fear that you've had for many years now. Your father completely turned to stone because of this same disease, and it is growing in you. More and more of your arm, you can tell, millimeter by millimeter, centimeter by centimeter, it is consuming you. Every morning you wake up and it's natural for you to check how much did it grow, how much did it move, which way is it going? Is it going down my arm? Is it coming across my chest to my heart? So there's a deep-seated fear in you that you have had for so long. And right now, you're asking these questions, and she's answering with the same sincerity you think that she always has. But there seems to be almost a slight undertone of annoyance. This again is, and you're almost internalizing it. Like, I'm worried about this. And I ask her about this all the time. Is she finally getting sick of me? And you're back and forth in your mind. Am I imagining this? Is this real? Does she really care? What kind of research is she doing? Like, why hasn't she found? This is the smartest creature that you have ever known. She is more knowledgeable, and she can't find anything. There's no answers after all this time. But then also the power that she's given you. You dare not mention it. You dare not really call her out on it for fear that she'll take it away. But in this moment, you are just not sure if she really has all of your well-being in mind. And then as soon as you think that, you think, well, she's juggling so many other things. She's trying to build something. She's in control of so many little pockets around the world, and she has so much in her mind, and she's so powerful, and she's so important to so many different people, and I am taking away time from her successfully doing anything by pulling her focus towards this. And then a bit of selfishness again, but I deserve answers. I will die if she doesn't figure something out. And all of this is just going through your mind in the split second that you're listening to her, and you're just not really satisfied with the answers that she's giving you.
I understand. I apologize if I've caused you any annoyance or taken any of your time. I know you have important things to do.
Oh, nothing is more important than you.
Yes. I don't know. I'm just worried. I might have, I don't know, maybe I could start some research as well. I don't know what could be the cause. I don't even know where to start, but
As you two are, as the world is passing by you, you are seeing lots of these small tunnels that Gillard described to you passing you by. After that, I would say that she is silent. Do you want to continue speaking, or are you going to just travel in silence for a bit?
we'll travel in silence.
Okay. How many miles did we say you could go?
7. Probably like 6.5 at this point because we talked for a second.
Well, y'all were talking while moving, so
That's true.
It wasn't too bad. After about a mile or two, it seems that the whatever vein that the diggers were interested in disappeared, so no more side caves. The tunnel itself does start to shrink in a little bit, going from that 30-foot radius down to a 20-foot radius. And the ground goes from the hewn out stone to actually something of decorated stone, almost of a laid stone, as if
Like mine shaft.
paneled more, or cobbled almost, not cobbled exactly, but that a floor was placed here instead of carved out.
So it's actually more like a road.
More of a road, yeah.
Miranda, do you know if Stone Spire has any underground roads leading to it? Maybe Duke Jike tunneled something.
Duke Jike had his
palace.
his creations dig all throughout his lands. If you followed some of these different paths, you would find other mine shafts, and I think that he pretty much has his entire landscape riddled with these holes. I think that he could get from any point underground and get to another point without ever having to see the sun. I think that he is completely riddled away the under earth of his home.
Interesting. I wonder if this will lead and we could come in by surprise from the ground up.
Possibly. As you continue on, once you make it to about the 6 mile, you start seeing lit, not torches, but lanterns. They're kind of rough. They're you can tell they're kind of darker, as if they've not been cleaned in a long time. A lot of soot is on the glass of them, but it seems that something somewhere down here is needing light.
This might be our way in. I think this could be our way to surprise Jike and take him. How much further do you think how much further do I have? How long has it been?
You have just maybe you're running out. You're
Okay.
getting close. Yeah.
I want to say like one more thing to her. I apologize again. I know earlier I didn't mean to come across as disrespectful, but you can only understand my concern. Like I said, I might have to, if I could just find out the route, maybe I could do find my own research, maybe a way to take do you know of any way to take your being and put it into something else, and then I could transfer it into another living vessel, or to make a new living vessel, or like another of my own body, or like, I don't know. my mind is racing. I don't know. I need something. Like this is, I'm willing to try anything at this point. Maybe, something so drastic. And it's, I don't know, maybe if I could take something even to become on another form. Like we fought the vampires and the Bathories and maybe that would, I don't know. I don't think vampirism would be the cure, but maybe.
I believe that you did away with all vampires, did you not?
Yes. I don't know if maybe we could do something like that, if that would cure the disease.
She kind of cuts her eyes at you at this. There is something that it sounds like you know about.
We have the journal of insert vampire's name. Lucian. I was reading
I was referring more to the putting yourself in another vessel.
If I could take my being, like in my mind, I know some great wizards, I've read in books of great wizards making clones, and it's very powerful magic, and making a clone and then transferring their conscience to the new body upon the death of the original. Maybe something like that.
I know of such things. They are very dangerous. I must admit that in the past couple of days, I have made leaps and bounds in some of the other areas as I had moved away from the searching for your ailment. If I sent you some information, would you be interested in doing your own research?
Yes.
And allow me to continue on with some other of my business?
Yes. If you could stop it from growing as before, I don't know. I don't want to ask for too much.
I'm doing everything I can to stop it. That's not going to stop.
Okay.
I will not quit doing that. But the research part, it would be okay if I left that to you?
Yes.
And let me focus on other things. I will send word soon then. And at that, your body and your mind, the world all of a sudden just turns all the way back, and the entire distance that you have flown flashes back, and you are thrown back into your body, and you actually like just fall face forward, and you guys see the skeleton body fall forward, and then he sits up, and Everett is back in his flesh and in his clothing.
I put money on you coming back naked.
Oh my god, that was insane.
Oh man.
It was like I was myself, but like I was moving at the speed I was running, but I didn't feel exhausted. I could just go and go. I could go all day.
You turned into a skeleton.
What?
Yeah, it was super
There
cool.
was Bones sitting here, Everett. Speak for yourself about how cool that was.
Anyway,
That was kind of hard to watch.
well, I'm sorry you had to see that. I didn't know what would happen. Good news. We go about 6 miles down this tunnel. It turns into a paved path. Go a little bit further. There's lanterns. Possibly a paved path underneath the city. Could lead somewhere.
Yeah, this is getting real
But about
Bathory-esque.
about
if you know
6
what
miles.
I mean.
Yeah, about 6 miles down that way, it turns to cobbled, not really paved.
And you didn't see anything else? No enemies? No
I didn't see any person.
scary bats? No...
Thinking back though, you couldn't even see your friends.
That's true. I mean, it was hard to even see the living. I couldn't see you.
Did you die, Everett? Did we just watch you die and
think
come back to
so.
life?
I don't think so.
You looked pretty dead.
I didn't feel like I died. I didn't feel any
I
pain.
mean, other than Kelly kissing a god, that's one of the strangest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see anything living, so who knows what animals are down there.
I mean, I've seen you turn into a skeleton-like thing before, but this was just wild.
I wonder what would happen if I did that and then tried to do the transformation at the same
Oh,
time.
that would be cool.
Well, let's see. I'll try that tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't think I could do that again today. I'm exhausted spiritually.
It sounds like what Everett is saying is we have to bring the horses down
yeah.
here.
I think if we get the horses down,
I will go get. I'm pulling the carpet back out of the bag. Okay.
So how are you going to do this?
It's gonna be real fun. We're all gonna jump
Okay.
with our horses.
Jump off.
Jump off. It's gonna be super exciting.
Wait a second. What are
Yeah.
you talking about, Gillard?
Me and Ras got a tattoo.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it's got the phoenix feather. It helps me fall without dying.
Okay. How does that help me?
I'm gonna use it on all of our horses, and then they'll glide down to the ground.
Okay, if you can do that, sure.
I need you to get all your horses to jump at the same time.
Oh my god. How are we going to get a horse to jump off a cliff?
Well, they have like a minute. If you're just gonna jump within that minute, they won't. You know,
I mean,
make-
yeah, we can lead a horse to a
I guess
crack,
we can
but is it
push 'em
gonna
off.
jump, you know.
I'm just gonna tie my rope under
All
the
right.
underside of
All
my
we have to
horse,
do-
and I'm gonna push him off, and I'm gonna jump off.
No, we all go to the top. We get on our horses. We line them all up. We blindfold the horse, and we get them a yip yip and go forward, and then yeah.
Hoppa.
All right, Gillard. Whatever you say.
All right. So me and the other 4 horsemen are all gonna go line
We'll
up.
carpet back up.
Yeah, we'll all carpet back up. All right.
Gillard, are you sure about this?
Yeah, yeah. It was a tattoo. This has nothing to do with Jax. God, get off my back about it.
Get off his back, Ernest.
All right, Gillard.
All right.
Before we have any more time to think about it,
Make
let's do
sure
it.
I don't mistime
sure.
this. When I say go,
Forrest uses prestidigitation to make a loud bang sound behind you and the horses.
okay, I feather fall on all the horses and go, and I'm gonna get my horse to jump. Feather fall lasts a minute. So
Do they
just-
jump?
The loud explosion sends them into fear as they try to jump into this ravine for
I'm
escape.
gonna use feather fall on all 5 horses. That's how many targets there are, and they're all gonna.
Honestly, the way that the ground came out, there's kind of like I said, it would have been tough for the horses to get down this rubble, but as they're feather falling, they're just kind of touching barely. They're able to kind of almost.
So it's not as terrible as just letting. It's not like just
no,
jumping
no,
off.
no.
So they're
It's just
touching
really
ground
steep.
And it's
Yes.
not as bad.
Right.
Okay.
They weren't going to go down it.
Right.
And they couldn't have gone down it, but with
If
the
I had
help of
blindfolded them, they would have gone down it just fine.
with the help of Featherfall, I think you're overestimating a horse. I think if it can't put its foot down, it's not really.
If it can't see the ground, it will not step there.
Well, yeah, but so here's how it works, right? They have 4 legs. You blindfold them, and you go forward. They'll first your legs, and they just go whoop.
Head first.
Yeah, head first.
horses don't step 2 foot at a time.
Yeah, they don't.
they feel.
It's they paw.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you scared them, then also blindfolded them, then like whipped them.
Blindfolding, a loud noise. Yeah, they are prey animals, and they are frightened for their life at all times. So
Well, Gillard, I'll never question you again.
Yeah, it was a tattoo.
it's true. That is a truth.
He keeps referencing. It's like, listen, it's proof. I have a tattoo. Like, listen, man, I've got the scientific calculation tattooed right here. It says "Love Mom" right above it.
I didn't do everything. That barbed wire right there.
He equals him seahorses fall slow. Jeez, man.
So yes, the horses, they are panicked for a good bit after they finally get it down to the ground, but y'all are able to get control of them, and you can
Pat her on the neck.
continue from there.
Feather fall right here. I've got mom and dad in the heart right here. All right. Both of these are truths.
Gillard would have mom and dad tattooed on him too.
Probably in giantish.
All right. Well,
Let's do this.
let's go.
I'm ready.
You're gonna put Sun Eater out in the front.
No. Why do you guys want to harm my
I
boy?
want to be able to. Well, I can see, but you guys need to be able to see.
I can see too.
All right.
I'll just be in the front. Eater'll just be on me.
Okay. All right.
Buck, you want to light it up a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Or we could do.
Light your shield up or
Just
something?
to remind me, who else doesn't have
mean-
dark vision in our party? Did you?
My mace casts
I have-
light
I have.
automatically
Oh, yeah, okay.
whenever I take it.
He's got his flashlight out. We're good.
Right. Oh, so you also don't have dark vision, or do you get it from your class?
I don't have.
Okay, so neither of you have dark vision. Okay.
That's fine. Somebody has to remain handicapped.
And
Somebody
because
has
my
to.
last level up.
So you could give the goggles. to
That's the
somebody.
plan, but I wanted to do something before we do that.
So y'all get in this into the cavern here, and y'all begin moving, and it takes you. How long would a horse take?
Well, we're not
sprinting. I
You're
would
not
say we're just
sprinting, yeah.
walking.
It'd probably take you a good while.
Hour to 2 hours.
If he got like 6 miles in an hour, we could probably get half that.
30 minutes.
Because the horses.
What's a horse's move speed?
I think
45? 40?
I thought it was 50.
Well, if we're not galloping.
We want the.
Just 40.
Let's say we're moving at a slow pace.
Yeah. What's a?
The ground here, honestly, though, is good enough that you could gallop.
No,
It has been cleaned away.
The pack horses or whatever.
We just don't want to make all the noise.
Okay, good point.
Let's just walk.
And a couple of us can't see. We don't want to run up on something. Well, I'm comfortable with it taking 2 hours.
60. 60? Okay.
Oh,
So as fast as you. So we'll get there in about an hour.
That's a war horse, though.
No, that's a riding horse.
Riding horse. That's what I was looking for. Riding horse.
Here.
Okay.
War horses, I think, are just have more health. I think that's their difference.
Have more what?
They have more health.
It sounded like you said hell hole. Dude, this place is a hell hole.
A horse can walk 60 feet in 6 seconds.
In D&D, they can.
A real horse, AJ.
Yeah, but just walking though, like
See, y'all don't own what are called riding horses. Y'all have regular horses.
He's got a plain horse.
These are horses that ride every day until they die.
yeah. So they're just a little quick. They got a long stride.
Another thing is that's combat movement speed, which
True,
isn't
which is
technically
like
true.
Jogging.
That's adrenaline fueled. Move as fast as I can without
There is
dashing.
there is travel speed for that kind of stuff, but
Let's just say 2 hours and call it good.
that's fine. Are y'all interested in looking down any of these branching off?
I'll look in them as far as I can see, but like if it looks like it just goes on forever, no.
Not these aren't where this one is straight as an arrow. These others sort of curve a bit. They're it seems that they're following veins of something that's no
Do
longer
any
there.
of them have any traces of what they might have been following?
No, completely gone.
Is there anything laying around like tools or chests or barrels or
Completely cleared, completely clean. No, not even like no rubble. No specks of rock that have fallen except for in that last cave in. Like unnaturally spotless
yeah,
almost.
because it's robots. They get every bit of it.
They do the job properly. Yeah.
And they don't leave any crap behind.
Yeah.
It's not people littering or going, it ain't worth going in there for that.
Pooping in a
you know?
corner, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no excrement.
Or is there any like anything spilled? Is there like fuel? What does it smell like in here? Is there any indication of what they are mining?
That's what I was about to ask. But
You don't think so?
There's no scent of
No
us.
scent.
Ernest, what do your dwarf eyes see?
Go look the wall.
He would say
He has
as a
an
dwarf.
unnatural-
Yeah, as a dwarf.
But also to math. He's
Right.
in tune with materials.
Well, just as a dwarf, he whoever dug these out did a fantastic job. He's like, he shows. He's like, the reason that this curves this way is because the vein curved this way. So they are just following these veins perfected, like in perfection. Not a single speck seems to have been lost or left. This is perfect mining. No dwarf could accomplish this. Like he is amazed at the perfection that is this mining operation that has gone on.
Little tear goes down his eye.
precision.
Little tear goes down his eye.
Getting replaced by robots.
Man, it sucks. They're writing code now.
AI.
I don't know. My experience with robots is they're pretty messy.
Yeah.
These are magic robots, okay? So shut your mouth.
I'm talking about real robots.
I know. That's why I said magic robots.
I don't want to travel down those side halls.
Oh no, I agree. We just keep going.
We're focusing
Unless
on
we see something intriguing, we're just gonna keep going straight.
So we'll
not
check.
gonna be
Yeah, we'll check out down them, but we're not going to travel down them.
It's intriguing how unintriguing they are.
Yeah.
This may be a used up mine shaft, is what I'm kind of thinking here.
Yeah, it looks like this one they cleaned house. The other direction. I wonder if there was like when did they stop working?
A long time ago, from what it seems.
Where
like
was the stopping point when there was nothing left?
Maybe when that cave in happened.
Why are you rolling?
The other direction.
How many of these side hallways are y'all going to follow?
Oh, we didn't fall. We're just looking.
I know you're not
down.
following, but how many are you looking in?
Every few, maybe, just kind of peeking.
Are you doing it for the entire hour or 2 hours that you're going, just checking in a couple of
Because
them?
we're not dashing, so we're not. Yeah.
Just as Buck goes by with his light, just glancing in to see if there's anything left behind, basically.
As you go about, after about an hour and a half, you see one that has a very steep downward grade to it. It looks like it heads further. It goes down.
That's
Where
the
the
opposite
others,
direction we wanted to go.
So most of them are going like straight out,
without rising or lowering, in
and
elevation.
one suddenly
and
goes
then
down.
this one suddenly goes down.
That one's gyroscope broke.
Dog. We could be,
He malfunctioned.
this could be our chance to discover the Underdark. Let's do this.
It's like when your 3D printer just suddenly starts just grinding into itself.
Or it's the drill dozer.
You'll check that out.
Yeah, a little bit maybe.
How far deep
gonna-
down does it go?
You'll have to go up to it to find out.
I'm gonna light my sword up.
Okay. It is the same perfection in mining. But it kind of opens up more than the other side off hallways, and it looks like it leads down a good 30 foot. Do you go down it?
Oh, I can see that far.
Yeah, you can see. It looks like it opens up into another massive tunnel. This time crisscrossing and going, making a perfect X almost, as if.
Is it like
there's-
stairs going down or just a steep
No,
grade?
it is a steep grade.
I can fly down there on my broom.
I can fly down there on the
I'm
carpet.
gonna fly down there on the broom.
Oh gosh.
You fly
I'll
down.
be right back. I'll be right back.
And you find yourself in another tunnel exactly like this one, except it's going a different direction. And just zooming down like a little bit, you start seeing these cut off hallways as well. And this is just another entire mine shaft that is built underneath the one that you were working on.
Anything down there, Everett?
It's exactly the same as the one we're in. I'm gonna fly back up to them. Except it's going off in a different direction.
I mean, my thoughts are, since this one is
It's massive.
going downward, that this is the main one, and that one was a second.
Possibly.
Or maybe this is where they bridged the
Expedition.
two for maybe for carrying resources purposes.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, there's not to say there wasn't one above this at some point.
Yeah, we were like what 100 feet down.
No, you're only about 30 foot down.
No, like from ground level where we started.
There's like maybe you're 50 foot down. There's like a 20 foot.
Because it was only 30.
Oh, as big as this tunnel is, yeah, probably there
If
probably
this
wouldn't be
tunnel's-
anything above us then.
Yeah, that means there's only about 20 foot of dirt in front of us. No wonder this place is dead.
Yeah.
As you begin talking about this, the realization that it might not just be the two, that there might be mining levels stretching hundreds and hundreds of feet down. And then you I mean, like you said, no wonder everything is dead. The words of Miranda come back to you that he sucked every bit of nourishment out of the ground. There's no chance that anything could live with so much of the soil being stolen and removed from this land. Nothing could live this way.
Have we seen any like trace of moisture? Or would he have also like diverted water to himself and things like that? Like there'd be water underground.
Thinking about that, you would think dirt underground is wet. This is the same dead silt-like material, maybe a bit harder, more packed together than what was up on the surface, but no water,
gotta be water
no
somewhere.
moistness.
You know, a lot of those robots blew up in our face. Do we even know what powers them? How they like go? How they do what they do?
I mean, my imaginings were magic.
It could be something other than that though. Whatever they were mining down here could be their power source. Or maybe he was mining something else.
Each of them had a big gem on them. Maybe that was.
Did they?
Did they?
The
Wonder-
wizard ones for sure had gems that were like in place.
Okay.
I think that the electric ones that did so much damage to Rask had
Oh, the
some
big tall
gems.
ones?
I think they had some gems that were easily placed. I don't think you remember seeing any gems on the
basic ones.
The basic ones. Yeah.
I wonder if they might. Well, there was gems on some of them.
Could be inside them too.
Could be.
I mean, if it was powering them.
Were they mining those gems down here?
Possibly.
I've never seen magic gems.
Maybe it's the type of metal that they were made out of. I mean, none of us studied it. Could be a special sort of metal. I wouldn't even know what to study. I mean,
Yeah, this guy and his operation is shrouded in mystery to everybody for some reason. Nobody can give us any straight answers.
If we get there, we'll find out what he's doing eventually.
If there's people still living here, they've got to be in a very small area.
Yeah. Very controlled area. Let's keep going.
Do we keep going, or do we turn back and go where we know we can leave?
Yeah, no, we're not going to go down to
No,
the
we're
down.
gonna go the way I
He
went.
went down and came back.
No, I know, but your way is a couple miles down. But if these are just all a bunch of interconnected things run by things that don't eat or sleep, we don't even know that where we are doesn't just go to another tunnel that goes to another tunnel.
Where I got it was paved and there was lanterns. I don't
We
know.
we haven't made it that far yet.
It's like I don't know much.
If there's
I don't
lit
think-
lanterns, there's got to be
there's got to be people
something
because
nearby.
I don't think the robots are going to need the lanterns. I mean, I don't know. They might, but why wouldn't they have them this further down if they did need them?
Yeah, well, even if they did need them, somebody's keeping them lit.
Yeah, so there's got to be people down there, and it's either going to be underneath Jike's house, and we can kill them, or
some
people
type
we
of
could talk to.
civilization. Right.
So
right.
win-win.
I wouldn't never been more happy to see signs of a civilization.
Yeah. Right. Nothing.
Continue on.
Yep.
Okay. I think we said y'all went about an hour and a half there. So another
We
half
should be
hour
getting
to
closer.
get to where he was. After another like 10 minutes or so, the horse's hooves do begin to clop onto a stone. Like I said, it's not really cobblestone, it's bigger pieces than that. It is still laid in perfection. It's not loose, it's not jagged, it's not rough. It is perfectly inlaid stone. It's not all the same size, but it seems like there's some sort of pattern, some sort of, not really beauty, it's not the right word. It's almost too mechanical, but there's no art to it. It is straight lines.
Practical.
Practical.
It's my
Efficient.
Minecraft house, not Seth's.
And another couple minutes into this, you do find a first lantern that has been lit. And before that, you might have seen a couple that were not lit, with that black soot around the glass. And then finally, one is lit. You see that it's lit next to a cutoff into a small area. Y'all keep it going, or?
Forward.
Going. Yeah.
Go ahead, Tasha.
I was gonna say I'm gonna roll a perception check just to see if I can see anyone around.
Okay.
I was going to say, how far can we continue to see down the tunnel if there's lanterns lit now?
Okay, 12.
Yes, you can see. They're not lit enough that you can see everything between, but you can make pinpricks of light forward.
A ways down.
Yeah, a good ways.
It keeps going.
Yeah. How far do you think you can see in a dark tunnel with a pinprick of light?
I mean, you can see light a long ways. If the tunnel stays
You can
straight,
see light, but you just can't see what it's illuminating.
Yeah.
You know.
further than that. If I
The
went,
straighter it is, you should theoretically, if it's perfectly straight, you would always be able to see light to a very.
Well, the world does have a bit of a curve to it, so it.
Oh, you mean Palexia isn't flat?
Palexia is 100% flat.
Palexia is
We are on a plate.
You heard it here first.
Palexia is.
but maybe these robots had it in their programming to negate that by going up slightly on the to the horizon.
No, it looks like
Because
this.
there, what's it called? It's not gyroscope, is it? What's the thing that keeps you balanced?
There's.
Is it gyroscope? Yeah, it would keep them
We
perfectly
can't
flat.
even see the forest from where we are.
That's right. Gravity still
gonna
works
get
though.
there
You don't
and-
fall off.
Here's how it goes. Here's how ships sail on that curve. It goes.
Does it get high centered? You know.
But see, Seth,
fast enough.
Seth just gave us a clue. Draxus has real castles on the point at the bottom of the planet.
At the top.
All we gotta do is flip the world.
At the very tip top. Everyone run to the side.
He can't see us coming because he can't look underneath him. No kill hull can get
No, we
us.
could if it went on for a ways, we could see the light for a long way.
You're seeing pinpricks of light, but it seems like also there might be something blocking you at some point, not too far ahead.
A turn.
Or something sitting there in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I say we keep going.
We've committed 2 hours. We may as well commit 2 more, and then worst case scenario, we wasted the rest of the whole.
If
this
we
whole
run
day.
into a block A, we can come back and try this other one.
Yeah. Or we could just go back outside and
Yeah.
do what we were doing earlier.
we mark the walls.
I mean, all we've done is go straight so far.
That's true.
Let's go straight back at it. If we start making turns, we'll mark it.
Okay. All right. Continue on.
Mark right here on the floor. I'll make an X.
Okay.
with
As
a-
y'all pass this lantern, and then you pass a second, and then a third, and you see the fourth coming up, and it's actually a pair this time for the first time, and this is against a wall.
It's the end.
Well, you think it is from here. Once you get up to the lanterns, you see that it cuts off in perfect degrees this way, and it seems like they kind of wrap around each other. It seems like this is some sort of staircase or entrance that goes upwards. Give me perception checks as y'all get here.
Oh my goodness. 23.
Natural 16.
15.
24.
So that's a 20.
I don't want to have so many proficiencies.
How much?
13.
Okay.
Baker.
From just maybe the silence that y'all have had for, I mean, have y'all been talking? Have y'all been conversing as y'all?
little bit, yeah.
Shut up.
Look at that. Oh, wow. Boy.
Well, still,
Just tunnel.
the absence of anything else makes this very apparent to every single one of you. There are sounds of battle and screaming coming from above you.
Dude, yes.
You hear every once in a while maybe a small explosion.
I'm going to send trash up the stairs.
Then you hear a roar.
Echo's right behind trash. Just like my echo just jumps out of my body and goes up.
Does it sound like a mechanical dragon?
Give me a perception check.
Like we've heard it before, probably. Did it roar before?
I don't know.
When it ate Dalinar?
I don't know.
23?
Natural 20.
Just more of a chomp.
This does not sound mechanical. This sounds like something of flesh roaring.
A real dragon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cesarin, you made it.
Thank God. And he's roasting all the civilians.
And Echo. Can you go? Oh, okay.
I'm going to look through trash.
The entrance of this comes. There's it. Both of them actually wrap around, and you can see that they come together into kind of a light is streaming through. You come into a building that doesn't have. It's not completely walled in. It has kind of pillars with a roof and covering it. The two entrances come up into one staircase that's pretty wide, about 30 foot, and then you come up into this building. And as you step up to the top of it, you see people with wood and stone weapons running around. Their clothes are ragged, and they're throwing javelins, throwing spears at mechanical humanoid creatures, as well as what looks like mechanical beasts.
Are they fighting? The mechanical things fighting back?
The mechanical things are fighting back against these people who they look rough. And then you hear the roar and you turn around and you see that there's no back wall and there's more people fighting behind you, and you see something that you've never seen before. It is an enormous lizard standing on two legs with extremely small arms and a huge mouth. It is biting into just as big of a similar looking creature made of metal. And these two things, one of them roaring, the flesh and blood one roaring as it is trying to rip with its feet and tear with its mouth this other giant creature.
They got a T-Rex out there. The T-Rex is fighting the mechanical things?
Yes.
It's on their side. If we come out of here swinging and save all these people, they're gonna worship us.
Yeah. So snap back.
They're
fighting the robots. We have to go.
We gotta go.
Snap back to reality.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, there goes gravity. Now let's go.
Let's go.
There's people fighting the robots. Let's go.
Yes.
Charging in.
I'm gonna follow you up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going up. I'll go up first.
I'm following.
You all rush up the stairs.
I guess we leave our horses there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even, can they go up these stairs?
Yeah, horses can. They're these are wider stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not.
I'll
they're
ride a
not
horse
like-
up the stairs then.
There's probably robot horses that went down these stairs.
I'm staying on the horse as long
I'm
as I
leaving
can.
the horse down here because we're going in the fight.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm taking my
Ernest,
horse.
stay with the horse.
Yeah.
I'm definitely.
You
riding
must
the
be
horse,
kidding, Gillard.
I'm going up on the horse.
you must be kidding. You have to be
I
kidding.
cannot do that accent. It wasn't exactly that. It was something different, but I don't know. I don't think it was. It wasn't. It wasn't Arnold at all. It was something else.
Get to the crapper.
No. As you guys make your way up, looking heroic, pulling out your weapons, Quincy goes into a rage.
Raised.
I'm just kidding. You hear a roar of triumph as you turn around and look at this T-Rex as it has ripped the head off of the mechanical one, and all of these people finish off the other robots that have that they were fighting, and there's a few more small explosions, and all of these people, as you come out with your yells of trying to get into combat, they turn their weapons towards you.
Back down the hole. Back down the hole. Back down the hole.
The T-Rex, after it trumpets in jubilation at its victory, looks down at you all, and it's on the wrong side of the building, and it walks the ground shaking as its enormous weight comes around, and it steps, and it looks like it's going to step onto you. And in the middle of this step, it just shrinks down into the form of a man.
How
He is an
cool.
he is a he it is a it is
Nothing. I forgot.
it is a older looking elf who doesn't look like he's too old, but it seems that time and lifestyle has put wrinkles and gray hairs onto his body as another man walks up to beside him carrying the limb of a robot, a full-on leg that he's got just slung over his shoulder, and and the elf speaks, "Who are you?" That's not the right voice.
It is now.
No.
"What brings you here?
What?
How did you get in here?"
How did you do that? Can we do that?
"You can't do that." Who are you? Speak your names.
Buck.
Quincy.
I'm Killer here.
The name's Gillard. We're here to kill Duke Jike.
At that, the other man slaps him on the shoulder.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. He slaps him on the shoulder. Yeah. Alice, this might just be what we've been waiting for.
Are you some kind of resistance? We didn't know there was any resistance in the Dying Lands.
We're not a resistance. We're just trying to survive.
By resisting. Let's just make that apparent.
What? There was obviously a great battle here. What?
Great battle. No. This was nothing. This was just us. They what are you doing here?
We're here to kill Jike.
Well, you're in the wrong place. He gave up Stone Spire a long time ago.
Oh, this is
that where we
Stone
are?
Spy. That's great to know.
We're in Stone Spire.
Welcome to Stone Spire in all of its glory.
We honestly didn't know where he was. This was just our best first chance.
So what happened?
What
Did you take over Stone Spire? What happened?
Looking around at this as you ask this, it is clear no one really lives in this city. These buildings are decrepit and the paint has worn off of them, and a lot of them have fallen into rubble. No, we don't live here. We've taken over a few parts of the mine below. We come up here to try to find food every once in a while. There's no life here. We're just trying to survive.
Well, why do you stay in the Dying Lands then?
Some of them, like my friend Hurst here, he's just a fool who wants to die with his friends.
Hurst. Right?
Hurst.
Hurst.
What did I say?
Using the robot arm? Or leg or whatever it was?
Okay.
For the rest of us, Ashara, we're tied to the land.
Ashara.
Ashara.
Oh. Are you like... Would I know what Ashara are?
No.
Okay, cool.
None of you have never ever heard
That's
of them.
your people? Or?
I lead them now. Yes.
And what was your name?
Aldous.
Aldous.
Aldous
Everett.
Windspeaker.
Oh, okay. So which way do we go?
To kill Jake,
Yeah.
you gotta go further south than this.
We appreciate the information.
Yeah. Super nice to meet you, Alice. Can we go, guys?
Did you say Aldous?
He said Alice.
I don't think we're ready to go just yet, Rask.
Yes.
And that was the druid?
Yeah.
We don't know he's a druid yet. Wait a second. Just because his name's Windspeaker.
I've seen a man turn into weird creatures before. And then get ripped in half.
So,
I don't really know what to say. We weren't expecting there to be like anyone here at all, let alone people that are able to fight these things.
Those were just remnants. It seems that when some of his mechanical creatures grow too old, they malfunction and begin to roam away from where he has assigned them work. And
The giant mecha lizard that you were just fighting is a remnant. Just so we're clear.
remnant is a bad word for that. It's not what you would think. It's not a tool of warfare. He is trying to build a mechanical world. He is trying to repopulate this land that he has destroyed with his own creation. He's trying to wrong the rights that he's done with these creatures. He is,
With more wrong.
well, I would agree with you. He might not.
Is he out of his mind?
Yes.
He's going to create mechanical subjects to rule over?
Yes.
And he thinks that's going to solve something?
What exactly was that lizard that you
Well,
were?
that is an old creature that used to live in these parts that I befriended and I tamed and I ran with in my youth, back when this place was plains and jungle and forests and alive, and they are gone. I am just a hollow representation.
How did he know about one and make the robot version?
We had many books. He took over when it was still that. It was not that long ago. It was not even a lifetime ago. And he ended it all. You get the feeling that maybe this guy is not even all there. That the strain of trying to keep these people alive has broken something in him. Calm down, friend. Calm down. Don't get him worked up. He gets a little agitated when you start talking about Jack.
well,
Can we have a few amenities? Can we interest you in a drink of water?
I think we're really awesome. We don't want to gather. We don't want to take any of your resources. We might just, stay in. It's getting pretty late in the day, right? I mean, the sun's
Yeah, I can
going
take
down.
some water.
We have water.
I mean,
If
yeah,
anything,
sorry.
we could maybe provide you guys with some stuff. Buck, that's something possible, right? How many people can your kitchen cook for? Is that possible?
I have food to cook. I mean,
Is there a limit on the pantry?
I would imagine that I could.
No, you feel like you could cook for a good.
Yeah.
There's
How do you guys
not.
feel about horse meat?
There's only a couple dozen people here.
Yeah. I mean, the food is just there. There's no stocks.
Maybe we could offer these people something and
Sounds great.
in exchange for the information on Jake.
Were you guys planning to stay here for the evening or?
Oh, we'll go back below ground. We can't stay up here too long.
Oh, that's fine.
Do they come in pretty regularly here?
Every day or so.
Very regular.
Okay.
It used to be more. It seems that he's lost control of the remnants, the not the remnants, the what would you call the further reaches, outliers, yeah. Perhaps he's not able to maintain them as he used to, but he is. Some of the things on the edges are getting a little wild on him.
Do you know how he controls the things? Because we've dealt with a few, but nothing like beast shaped.
You monster.
Alex, you smell that?
Sometimes some of these creatures have an awful sulfuric smell to them.
A lot of methane.
Bubbles up from
That's why I don't like animals. That's why I prefer birds, because they can't fart.
I don't think that's true.
Maybe.
Oh, birds absolutely can fart. You go into a chicken house like immediately after when the lights come on, they let it all go. Like it's a different smell as soon as the lights come on than it is 20 minutes later. Oh yeah, they've got a gas smell.
Wow.
Oh my god.
TMI. Sorry.
One, it's just, lift one leg.
Everyone get whatever scraps you can. At this point, Aldous is like he. It seems he's exerted himself too much in talking to you. He got himself worked up, and Hurst now is like telling people what to do. Let's get any scrap that we can make use of. Go ahead and bring everything that we'd already found. Let's get it down. We got people waiting. It's going to be dark. A couple hours. We better hurry. And you see that people start nodding, and they go over and they start dismantling some of these creatures and taking different parts. It seems like they're some of the more basic ones. They're taking chess pieces to use as armor that they are strapping. And looking around, you see that they are actually strapping these things to themselves. They're taking arm pieces and ripping them in half and placing them onto their forearms and such, and wrapping cord around it just to try to protect themselves more. It's very Mad Max meets Druid almost. Like these people are rough, they are dirty, and they are. Did y'all play the dinosaur?
New Horizon.
New Horizon, the Horizons, Zero Dawn, yeah. Kind of like that, very, very much like that.
I also want to partake in that.
Feel free.
Yes, absolutely.
Jinli over there, she can show you what to look for.
Oh, thanks, Jinli. Let's go.
Give him another female NPC.
Horizon Zero Dawn. There we go.
Horizon Zero.
Girl in every port.
Got the second.
I want to go check out the T-Rex robot before they completely disassemble it.
It is a massive creature, and this more than any of the other things, you can see the clockwork of it more. The outside perimeter of it has been ripped by the claws of Aldous' form, and inside you see just a lot of different cogs and gears that are all meshed together, and some of them are still actually trying to turn and being stopped by debris and such that have messed up. This one didn't explode, surprisingly, but...
Okay. Are there any of the people here that are trying to disassemble it?
Oh yeah, there's like five or six people.
I want to ask them what exactly powers these things, and how do they prevent it from exploding, or do they all explode? Just kind of questions about the robotics.
A lot of the creatures do not explode. It's not natural for creatures to explode, so apparently Jag did not make them so.
The men shaped ones that we encountered explode.
Those are creatures of war, mechanics of war. A way of hurting someone after they have defeated it. A real surprise the first couple times when you don't know that it's happening.
Yes, it is.
But then you learn to adapt, and you can use it to hurt others sometimes. Sometimes not. A lot of them are immune to each other, but if you can get different ones next to each other, then sometimes they do different damage. There's a very large one that explodes with electricity instead of with fire.
Seen it? There's one with fire?
The smaller ones are the more of the fire.
Okay.
We've seen it short circuit some other ones before.
I think I know the big one you're talking about. Do you know much about the dragon one? Like what's I've seen it once.
Dragon.
Yeah, it's the big, way bigger than the T-Rex, right? From what we remember.
We've not seen any dragon.
No, I was asking DM. Like the dragon, the mechanical dragon we saw, it's even bigger than the T-Rex.
Oh,
right?
Much. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I expected. Yeah, it was enormous.
But they don't seem to. They've not seen a mechanical dragon. So that's new to them.
That's what we were tracking here. The last that we heard was that it flew away towards the Dying Lands. It was far bigger than this lizard thing that your friend turned into, that mechanical version of it. Way nastier than any of this stuff, in my opinion.
This world just needs to die. Save us all the trouble. And she goes back to just ripping apart cogs and stuff. You see some of them are taking large pieces and attaching sticks to them to use as sort of axes and such. They're trying to take advantage. You do see that some of them bust into the chest plate, and you do see some gems that have that are cracked and dark, and they start they kind of look in disgust at and they leave it behind.
Was that even on basic ones?
Huh?
Was that even on some of the basic robots? Or was that
I was talking about the T-Rex there. If you pay attention, you see that they are ripping the chest plates off and using for armor the ones that are still able, and so they're leaving behind gems, even if they are some of them are sort of glowing, but they're much smaller than what was placed inside.
But does it seem like they're all powered by the gems in some way?
I don't even know if you would assume that, but they seem to be important to the construction of these things.
It's just like the power armor.
Seeing the cracked gem and the T-Rex that they were upset about, I just want to ask, is this the power source, or what's the significance of the gem? Because I saw how upset they were that looked damaged.
Yes, it is something. I'm not sure if it's a power. Maybe that's a good word for it. A lot of times if you can destroy this, power is why haven't we ever? Yes, we take these and we can use this as which we're not very mechanically minded, but we have a few things. Aldous dug deep into the ground, and he was actually able to find. He's afraid that it's about to run out, but he has found water sources deep below, and we use these things to power some kind of a pump, is what I believe someone called it, and we make water come up to us so that we can drink that.
Like a siphon. Okay.
But we use this as a power source, I suppose. Yes.
Okay. Maybe if we can break these inside of the dragon, that would take the dragon out.
Can I make a correlation between the gems they're looking for and Dewberry's armor that he was wearing?
Unfortunately, I gave my shard away, so I can't show it to him.
Very reminiscent.
Did the gems look similar? And the gems can be broken and they lose their power.
Right.
That's got to be what he's harvesting out of the ground. It's got to be
That blue stuff.
the gems.
Those shards were.
Just real quick. Can I pay Gigi to give me? I need the facial part. I need the chest piece. I need the arm guards, and I need shin guards.
She is not interested in sharing hers, but she like as you ask, she just kind of grunts and points at some other ones that you could.
Realize if you wear this crap, you lose.
Yeah, you
a
can't
lot of
wear
stuff.
armor.
Yeah, monks
know-
cannot wear armor.
I mean, you could wear it for flair, but you can't.
Exactly, Quince.
Okay.
So it can't be
So
anywhere
I
that's
put-
important.
As I acquire this armor, I attach all this armor because I am one with the people. And people are one with me.
As you do, you feel slower, you feel sluggish, and you feel tired.
Absolutely. Clunk, clunk,
Okay.
clunk.
Your AC drops from 18 down to 13.
I just put it on over top everything. So I'm definitely dragging. But I'm feeling good.
dragging that wagon.
You're just trying to fit in.
Just trying to fit in.
Try. When in Rome. When in Stonespire.
All right. Do we want to go down below with them for the night?
Yeah, let's do that.
How far away is it, Hurst?
Just a hop, skip, and a step away.
Let's get to skipping.
You sound a little like Duke Jake.
Well, he is from here.
He's more Kentucky Fried Chicken, though.
They're all Southern down here.
Give me the voice of Hearst. That was pretty close, right?
Yeah, just a deep Southern accent. Hurst Grayborn.
It just reminded me of Foghorn
Duke
Leghorn.
Jack is more of a Virginian flavor.
I'll say.
Yeah.
Apparatus.
Various apparatuses. Apparati, if you will. I can't wait to get back to Jake.
He ain't gonna be doing much talking.
He's gonna monologue.
About as much as Bryce.
Hearst kind of takes Aldous by the arm and he's leading him. They leave the rest of their people to continue their scrapping, and they lead Aldous, and Hearst through Aldous leads you down the staircase. Nice horses. That's a real gift out here. You don't see much of that anymore. Follow me, and he leads you back to the third lantern that you passed. I think it was the second one that you passed this way, but third going the other way. And he cuts into one of the pathways, and it actually leads down. It's another one that leads down, and you go down it, and he leads you probably 100 foot in a direction, and then goes down to a third level. And here you see that there is something of a community being built. They have erected a kind of a shanty town in the middle of this third hallway tunnel system. No need for roofs, but lots of walls and partitions being built to give people different privacies and such.
Does it feel a lot like the Inkling headquarters?
No,
kind of?
no,
Like that?
no. The Inkling headquarters at one point had been a dwarven monastery of sorts. A lot of thousands of years was put into the carving out of all the different homes and such. This is like the homeless people in Seattle during COVID. This is rough. This is not comfortable. This is surviving, and barely.
Gotcha.
You see, unfortunately, you see a handful of children doing their best to live lives. You see some women who seem to be motherly figures just watching over them. Everyone's too skinny. Everyone is dirty. Everyone is... Something about the ones that you saw up front, they were all very dark skinned. It seems that they spend a lot of time actually in the sun. These people down here, the children, the ones who take care of them, very pale, very, very malnourished, very, very dehydrated. Nothing about these people looks right.
How many are there?
At this Aldous, this is a smaller community, and we only have less than 200 here.
Are there other communities that you serve or protect, or
We have a few.
Children of those first victims of war, right, Kelly?
Yeah, that's
God of War people. God of War.
He's trying to make Jax look a little better.
Thanks for poor pillow talk.
Here's the thing about it, though. Like,
Poor Philippa.
His isn't necessarily war; it's jihad. All right, so it's for a higher purpose.
Okay.
Blitzkrieg.
Hey, Buck, can your kitchen go in like soup kitchen mode for
That's what I was gonna do.
I was going to say, can we do something for these people?
Yeah, I mean,
We've got it. We have
definitely making a big cauldron of stew with, with meat, but also the broth has like some lemon in it, so that they don't get scurvy.
Yeah,
With each plate, you should give the blessings of Tira.
Hurst, is there somewhere we could set up to serve some food and drink?
We have a community fire area.
This is the fire pit. Yeah. You just huddle around it.
Yeah, how's that marshmallow doing?
We throw everything we find in the barrel, and you just reach in there and grab something.
We're about to pile off, in the
laugh.
back of this here Prius.
You laugh. It's about that.
Oh man, that's sad.
They're all down here eating like mutated mole rat.
Yeah, on sticks. They're
laugh 'cause we're
rolling their
scared,
sticks.
We're trying to make this more comfortable.
We're masking. We're masking our uncomfortability.
We'd really like to help out, and we do have some resources. So we'll make sure everybody has a good meal and is hydrated, and the morale is up before we leave.
Who has the flask of endless water?
Urist.
Is it the endless
The
water?
alchemy
it's
jar.
flask.
Alchemy
It's
jar.
an endless
Jug.
pitcher of water.
Jug.
Alchemy jug.
Alchemy jug.
So
What's the difference
Urist can
between
pour,
jug and a jar?
or Urist can pour water. They can just do that all day.
Don't know.
All right, let's get started with that right away. Buck, if you'll start setting up your kitchen, I'm gonna. If we want to split up, a few of us go around and let's just invite everybody to come out to the campfire for a meal.
Hey, block party, guys.
Yeah, exactly. I know. That's what I'm feeling.
We'll have inflatables for the kids, soup for the adults.
As long as you convert in Tira's name, you can have a soup.
We got some of that red juice.
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go invite people.
Hot dogs.
You don't have to spread the news along. This is truly a community place. Every meal is shared here. These people are not living privately; they are living as one. You see that there were some elderly women trying to do what you're about to do, and you see
You really showed them up, Buck.
You see, they have no vegetation put into their pot. It is a dirty looking water that they are pouring into a cauldron. It is a large cauldron,
Dirty water.
and you see that they have just two measly lizards about the size of my forearm that they have skinned, and they are preparing to put into this broth. And you know that there is not enough meat, there is not enough nutrients in these two creatures to feed all these people properly, but it seems that this is all that these old ladies have to put in.
You can't eat robot lizard.
But maybe if he turns into like a T-Rex, they can shave off some of the shank, and then he can turn back into a person.
Are you talking about the druid?
Yeah. That means, yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds like what cut off a tail when he becomes human. He didn't need the tail.
Well, I mean, what happens when somebody in their druidic form?
Are y'all saying
takes
this out
damage?
loud?
No. Okay. What happens when somebody in druidic form takes damage?
Nobody does that. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Technically, yeah, a druid could turn into a cow. You could kill the cow. Just
well,
slowly take all the pieces out of it.
that's the thing,
He would
you
turn
gotta
back to
keep it
human
alive.
form, and then you have all the meat.
It
No.
would turn back in human form before you could.
As soon as you take enough damage to kill it, it turns.
Right, that's this is what I'm saying, though.
He's got a point.
You keep it alive long enough to consume the meat.
He has a point. It's
No,
only
nobody
wrong-
does that. though.
Atrocious.
Nobody does that.
Say no one needs to do that.
selfless.
But
It is
these
selfless.
but these people need nourishment.
I'm with you.
I'm not saying anybody does that.
So let's eat old man T-Rex. Is what you're saying?
No, just take some thigh meat.
Are y'all saying this out loud?
No,
I hope not.
Whisper in it.
when he turns into
These
a
are the
T-Rex,
inner
you
thoughts
can
of
take
Buck.
meat off of him without him dying.
He's talking to Tira about this.
I'm talking to Dustin about this.
So what are y'all doing? Are y'all
cooking.
you telling these old ladies? What are you telling these old ladies that they're preparing these two lizard waters?
That you got this.
Cooking the brown lizards.
I just tell them that if they really enjoy, the lizard, they're more than welcome to enjoy the lizard. But I'm also going to be making a nice chicken soup.
You got chicken?
For a very, I have, yes, for tonight, yes, I do.
It's been years since we've had chicken.
Where does Tira source her chickens? Do you provide them, Seth?
OMP fresh meat.
OMP chicken for the win.
They agree. They look like they're close to fainting. We'll just get out of your way.
You rest.
They don't dispose of the two lizards. They actually take them and they put them away somewhere, and you feel like they're probably going to cook those later. They're not going to waste them.
Well, of course not. No.
And so you begin cooking. What is anyone else helping? What's everyone else doing while Buck is prepared? Like, just a quick prayer to Tira, and suddenly the pot this dirty old pot that they are using is replaced by a shiny one made of pewter, much bigger than anything he's needed before with you guys. And there is different herbs hanging from different awnings that have suddenly appeared, and you see different kinds of meat all hanging around as well, and a large buck is actually not you buck, but a large venison buck is hung and looks as if it's been aged for a day or so, and piles of vegetables.
That's how it looks every time, just about.
Piles of vegetables. This is more.
I imagine it with sausage links just somewhere strewn up in the corner,
Yeah.
But now we've just got, and I mean, I'm
It
cooking
seems
everything
that
I can.
she sees the situation and she is pulling out all the stops.
I'm cooking everything I can, even roasts.
Suddenly,
and
a second fire appears with whatever cooking material you needed, and then as you continue, a third fire with a large flat stone, so that you can begin cooking bread on top. It won't be baking, but it would be it would be
grilled
cooking.
cheeses for the kids.
And you slave away. What's everyone else doing while?
Are there any like crates or barrels with all of his stuff?
I can't cook Buck, but I
do
can
you mean?
deliver food to people.
Like, is any of his stuff in like a crate or a barrel when he says
Some of
it's
the
his
vegetables could be, yeah.
kitchen? Well, I just wanted something to jump up on top of.
Okay. Yeah. As he empties, he empties out one crate of potatoes. As he quickly and efficiently is able to peel all of them and dump them into the largest pot, and you turn it over and hop up on top.
People of... Where are we?
Stonespire.
Do they identify with Stonespire?
People of this land.
Surviving members of the Dying Plains.
You heard Ashara,
Ashara.
the Ashara. Yeah.
People of the Ashara.
Ashara people.
Sorry.
Fellow listeners.
I can tell that you have all had a rough time as of late. But tonight we celebrate hope and a new life.
And I'm just going to start playing music.
Okay.
Are there any musicians around?
No.
Okay.
This is a functional brutalist society. There is no music.
At this, there is something. This is almost a turnoff to them. Almost.
Boo!
You think back to the people of Juniper Grove the night after you all had defeated the undead, and the relief that they felt there, and they were able to cut loose, and they relaxed by celebrating. These people don't feel like celebrating. They don't have the energy to celebrate. They kind of give each other looks. I'm going to tell you, they think you're a little bit pompous with this speech, but they do enjoy the music. They do enjoy the music, but they're not dancing. They're not talking. They come and they sit and they watch as the stranger is bustling around cooking these foods that they've not even seen, some of them, and they're
So the cooking is more of a show than the music
yes
is for them.
But the music is an enjoyment. And you see them kind of nodding along or tapping a foot or patting an arm, but they're not smiling. They're not enjoying themselves. This is a random respite to the hell that they've been living in every single day. And it's almost that they're afraid that it's not real, and they're not willing to give themselves over to enjoy it. So it's a bit, as a musician whose job it has been for so long to, or was at one point, to enthrall people and to give them something to enjoy, it's like going to a show and no one responding, because they don't know how.
It's like you're playing rock and roll at a Baptist get together.
They don't know how. And after a song or two, you almost feel defeated, and until you look over and Hurst just kind of nods at you to continue. And then that kind of rejuvenates you, and you begin to notice some people just kind of leaning back on some more empty barrels or crates or on their bedrolls, and more people are starting to come down from above, and they have their piles of metal, and instead of taking it wherever you think they probably should be taking it, they just kind of dump it where they stand, and they come and mill around and sit and rest. And as the food begins finishing one piece at a time, I assume you said Gillard was going to help. I assume the rest of you also.
Help serve people.
You begin ladling soup into bowls, and you begin taking hot bread and splitting it and handing it out to people. And the children, being children and being able to adapt better than adults can to horrible situations, they dig in faster than the others, and they proclaim how good it is and how fun the music is, and they begin to smile. And seeing this break in the children, the mood shifts in the adults and in those in charge, and they're able to relax even more, and you start seeing a smile here or there, and the amazement of this food that it's amazing. And then suddenly someone pukes because of the extreme difference in their food, that they're not used to these flavors, they're not used to this much nutrients. And Aldous stands up quickly. Take it slow. You can't partake of too much of this. It will make you sick. And people slow down, listening to him immediately and taking him at his word. And they begin to take some
I whisper over to Quincy at this moment, slow music.
and you do, and you quit trying to sing, and you just start playing more complicated pieces and that slow down, and there's something almost sad to your music now. You're playing some of the sadder stuff, but they don't know. They've never heard it, and they enjoy the complexity of the sounds that you begin to produce. And hours pass this way. People eat far too much, but they can't stop. The children fall asleep where they are with their hands still clutching the food that you've given them, and people finally seem to have eaten as much as they can, and there's still food being cooked by Buck. He doesn't stop. And people, the rest of you are still going about trying to give people what they need, pouring water out of the alchemy jug. Any other liquids? Would y'all give more, or just the water, do you think?
We just water.
I mean, listen. This is good. This may sound weird, but I think beer would be good. It's thickening. It's
mead. A good old mead.
I mean something like it puts a nutrient. It's not great, but it puts a nutrient in them. It makes, it's like a fat.
Yeah.
It gives them something that kind of fills them more than just water.
Okay. So after the children fall asleep, at the advice from Buck, you begin pouring.
Do we have mead to feed the alchemy jar to switch the ingredients?
I think you just have to say it, don't you?
Yeah, I think.
I thought you had to feed
you don't have
something
I don't
into
think
it.
so.
Oh, never was.
Not the one I gave you. I don't.
We have hops if we need them.
Yeah, Buck could make some.
You begin asking people if they would like a light beer. It's almost non-alcoholic, but to them it is a treat that they have not had, some of them in a long, long time. And people never do celebrate with you. They never get into that kind of mood, but there is suddenly a contentedness that falls over this sad community. That for tonight they're comfortable and they're apparently safe and they're full for the first time in a long time. And as a few of them begin to head off to where they sleep, Aldous and Hurst walk up to you. Would you come with me? We want to talk with you in private.
Sure.
They lead you back away from everybody. And they pass through a couple of different little tunnels. And they come into what Aldous, he says, "This is my office, please come in." It's not an office, it's not a building, but it's a kind of a large square room with where the back is a tree growing. A large oaken tree. The room's not very big, but it seems that the people have been digging away at this. And it's about 3 foot wide. A large oak tree. It's too short, but it's gotten thick, and you can see the roots are digging in to the ground below. And Aldous goes and he sits with his back up against the tree, and he's still got a mug of the beer. And Hurst, there's a little bench over against the wall, and he goes and sits on it with a tankard as well. And these two men are sitting while you all are standing. Make yourselves comfortable if you can.
Yeah, sit down. How is there a tree underground?
He kind of looks up towards it. This has been a pet project for a good 5 years now, I think. Anytime that we don't have any kind of battles, or I pour all of myself that I can every single day into it. Everything I have left, I pour into this because I think this is going to be the answer. This is going to be what saves us if we can just bring this land back to life. This is the third tree. We have 2 others at our other 2 locations.
How deep are we underground here?
You're 3 tunnels down, so you're about 120 foot underground.
Never mind.
How does this tree receive nourishment?
We water it. There is no sun. I provide a replacement for the sun through my magics, through my spirit. It's taking a toll on you, Aldous. You're not the man you were 5 years ago when you started this. That's probably true.
What did you bring us here for? What is it that you want to talk about?
What are you doing here? Why are you trying to kill Jack? Why do you think you can kill Jack? Why do you want to kill Jack?
Because we have killed the 2 dukes other than Jake. And generally, the powers that be that have lorded over us for so long need to go. To a bygone way. And I mean, generally speaking, that's what we have observed. Specifically, personally, Duke Jike paraded himself as an ally to us, saying that he opposes the king and opposes the king's ways, and then in the 11th hour betrayed us and killed someone that was very dear to a lot of us here in front of us. But I see the fruits of his work. Here, I mean, we've been traveling in this land for a few days now. Nothing that he does is good. We wish to uproot that evil.
What do you know of him? What do you know of the armies that he controls?
They are formidable, dangerous.
And vast. I don't know how 7 of you could do it. He has legion upon legion upon legion surrounding himself at all times.
All we got to do is get to him.
How does he control them all?
That's what I was going to ask as well.
We don't know. We don't know. We've been trying to figure it out for years, but we haven't been able to get anyone. He doesn't have people. He doesn't have a community. He doesn't have subjects. He has his creatures. He has his mechanics. He has these things.
No one works with him or for him at all, other than
He has replaced every single person. All of the dying lands have died. We have perhaps 500 total people left.
You said he was south of here?
He's south.
Is there any way in that you know of, these tunnels maybe?
No. He made sure not to. He made sure not to build tunnels into his home. I think that's why he abandoned this place. At one time, Stonespire was the capital of the Eastern Plains. And under Duke Brogue, it was a good place. We were the king's people. Things were rough. He had rough laws, but Duke Bro, he took care of us. He took care of the land. He respected nature. He understood it. He used it just as the land should have been used. And he gave back to it. And then he was deposed. You remember that night, Hurst? I remember. We went on some mission for him, trying to figure out what was going on. He was having visions, seeings of his death. He said there was something out there that we needed to go and take care of, so I hired some men. Hurst being one of them. Didn't know him until that night. We found the first of who knows how many of these mechanical creatures. Drilling away. Gods, they were hard to fight. Hard to kill. And then we came back, we found the tunnel. And it led all the way back to here. And we came up and we found Duke Jack in Duke Bro's office. He was just informing him that he was in charge now. His creatures had killed the majority of the army that Duke Bro had set up.
Duke Bro?
Duke Bro.
B-R-O?
EAUX.
Yeah. EAUX, yeah.
What's the relationship, if you know, of Jike and Draxus?
I don't know if the man's ever met him.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
He went through the academy. He rose through the ranks.
Jike did?
Yeah.
He's the youngest of all of them.
Well, how did he just overthrow Duke Bro, though? Like,
he had these creatures. He had these mechanical monsters, and we couldn't fight them. We'd never seen anything like it. And they took out the armies. Which we were not much of a militaristic people. Duke Bro, we lived in nature. We lived with the land. There was not much point in fighting.
Were there no black cloaks here?
No. Duke Bro, he didn't approve. He was able to control us. Not control, that's the wrong word. He worked with us. We respected him. He took care of us. And we took care of him. Still do.
Is he still alive?
He's in charge of one of the other civilizations that's remaining. Not that he likes to do it anymore. He's given up a long time ago, but he's a powerful druid in his own right.
Is his camp to the south? Could we visit there?
He is far to the north. He tries to stay as far away.
So far out of the way.
Now we're not the furthest south. There is one closer. Yeah. It's more east than southwards. It is closer to Jike, but it's not really southwards. It's more eastwards.
I would really like to meet this former Duke Bro.
That could be arranged, I suppose. We can once a day or so we can hop from spot to spot. He pats the tree behind his head.
Oh, I've seen this magic before. Is that the purpose in the tree?
That was in the first place, yes. But now
it's transportation.
I can transport a few people very quickly.
We moved from tree to tree once.
Transport via plant.
Yeah, we did that once.
That's what they've got set up.
I don't know if y'all actually did it. I think y'all talked about doing it. I
don't think we ever did it.
Yeah, I think he said he could do it. And
if you know of a particular plant, you can go to one. That's basically what they have said. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
The only trees. Yeah. Oh, well, tell me this. This just came to mind. Duke Bro went through the academy, I'm assuming.
Yes. Well, no. When he got in pretty early on, he wasn't a part of the Ashara, but he was such a powerful druid in this area that when Draxus took over, Draxus just reached out to him and kind of offered him something. The other two, the Hornbeam fellow and the pretty blonde,
both dead.
That's what you said. That's quite a feat. But they were licking the king's boots. They were groveling, trying to find positions. The king kind of came to Duke Bro. He needed someone to tame this land, and Bro told him, "You're not going to tame the land. You're gonna work with the land." And Draxus just told him, "You do it. You answer to me, and I won't do anything to you." And Bro kind of he agreed to that.
Well, do you think that Draxus set this up for Jike to take over? If Jike went through the academy and made it out with his tongue, then
I've done some research. From what I've heard, the way the academy worked was the strongest thrive. So if he could prove himself there, I think that he thought that if he could come and prove himself here, that was the system that Draxus was setting up.
Seems to be the case.
Seems to be the case. As far as I know, there was no repercussions to him taking out and pronouncing himself. I'm not sure how that worked, but he was Duke. He said he was Duke, and it was Duke.
And Draxus is destroying everything anyway, so what would he care if Jike was down here sucking all the resources?
Why do you say that? Why do you mean the king's destroying everything?
I mean, that's his sole mission, is to destroy the planet we're on.
From the information that we have gathered in our many travels, that is precisely what the king is doing. He is consuming our world
kind of the same way Jake did, just for a different goal, a different purpose.
Well, I don't know anything about any of that. Never met the man.
He's also not a man.
I don't know if we even should bother with any of this stuff. He'll be dead soon anyway, so.
The king?
Yeah.
Why are you going to kill the king?
To put an end to all this.
Oh, of what? This is the world. This is how things go.
It doesn't have to be.
It has to be.
What?
It's all cycle. Things come, things go, things live, things die.
We've heard that before.
But we're talking about an end to the cycle. And I'm not saying we're bringing it. I'm
An
saying
end of the cycle means an end of the world.
exactly.
You're trying to bring about the end of the world?
No, he is.
Whatever, if you say so.
What's important is right now our focus is Jake, and if he's the one-man operation you say he is, we take him down, we end every bad thing going on in this place. We've actually already seen that happen once before. We're not foreign to it. We can accomplish it again against all odds. I don't know what you know about the Veiled Coast. Yeah, Veiled Coast. We faced a very similar obstacle there as well.
You face thousands and thousands and thousands of
vampires, yeah. There's bad all in the world. We're just trying to take out all of it we can.
You don't understand. This creature is not a creature. This thing does not get tired. And they are...
Yeah, live forever, kill everything in sight. We've dealt with this before. I understand your doubts.
All right.
They're controlled by something. You cut the head off the snake, the body dies. We saw it with the Bathories.
That might be true. That's not such a bad thought. I don't know how you're going to get past
I don't
the rest
either.
of the body.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I don't know anything about this king stuff you're talking about.
It's all right.
Duke Bro seemed to enjoy the king's company when he met him. That's all I know. I would say we are king's people. Not that he's done much for us, but he might not even know that we exist. But you call us a resistance, I think, someone?
Yeah.
We're not resisting. We're trying to live. But maybe a resistance is what we need to do. If we want to... You're young, aren't you?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He was nodding his head. I don't know what we could do for you, but I don't think that you're going to get there without us.
To Jake?
To Jack. To the head of the monster.
Is there a tree in Jake's home?
Yes.
No. But they can be.
Yes.
Okay.
And it won't take no 5 years neither. But you'll have to do something for us.
Okay.
We have the Ashara. What's left. We are a druidic people, if you didn't notice. Not many of us have the gifts anymore, but we still have a hidden grove. At least I thought it was hidden. Seems that patrols of his things are getting closer and closer to it, as if they have been searching for it of late. That's actually kind of close to where our other one is. That third civilization, they're a bit worried that they're going to be attacked soon, and if we lose that grove, we lose all power. We lose any chance of us surviving.
Power in 3. I've seen that before.
Well, you're talking about more than just 3. You're talking about
He's talking about 3 trees.
Well, no. The 3 trees are what our communities are growing around. We have a grove,
separate grove.
a separate grove. It is all that is left of the Eastern Plains now, and it is dwindling.
How is it hidden? Magically?
No, not hidden. Not particularly. We try to deter things from getting close to it. We take turns. We move civilizations. We bounce around. Duke Bro never leaves the northern spot, but the people will change, and we'll go about a month and move people because there's more battling over on the eastern front to protect the grove. We use different images to try to hide it and to make it blend in, but it's just kind of there's a small mountain range, and there's a cave system that you'd think would open up into just more mountainous areas, but it actually opens up into a sort of a valley, and there's still things growing there. There's still things thriving, and there's a spirit of nature there that's trying to stay alive. If it dies, I think that we all would die.
So protect the grove. That's the thing.
That's the mission.
We can do that.
And not for long. We need to take out we need to make sure. Just I don't know. If you fight too hard, you'll alert them to your presence, and they'll come in more force. You just have to figure out a way of diverting them away or something. I'm not sure what we can do. That's what we 3 leaders have been trying to figure out.
Is it possible that these battalions, or whatever they are, is it possible that they report back to Jike?
We've never heard him speak. We've never seen him write or any of that, but it seems that somehow something gets passed along through the chain.
Here's why I say that. We are known to Jike very well. He's been within just a few feet of us. We've sat down and ate with the man. If he sees that we are close to him, it would also seem to reckon that maybe it would divert his attention away from these tertiary things to deal with a more immediate threat.
That's possible. That's not too bad of an idea. I'm not sure how they work.
You think if we caused a scene in Stonespire, you could move the people here to one of the other two?
His reach is drawing away from Stonespire, as I said. These are kind of these are outliers that we have to deal with every once in a while here.
Right. I'm saying if we...
I'm saying they won't notice. We fight them, and no
the
more
outliers
comes.
don't report back.
It seems so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he said there were malfunctions.
Something out of his control for whatever reason now.
So we'd have to get closer to... What's this place he's at?
He named it some gaudy thing. The Metallic Opus.
All right.
Okay.
Told you it's gaudy. He truly believes that the soulless metal is far and above that of flesh and dirt and living things.
Does he actually believe that, or like you said, he's trying to right his wrongs and he's convinced himself that he can somehow do that with metal?
It was always his goal. From the very moment he came in, he didn't come in with men. He came in with these things. He'd already built some, and he just, as soon as he was able to take over, he put all the people to work at mining and building more of these things. And as he built more of these things and he learned how to control them more, when he found the gems, when they struck that, things really changed. It was as if they awoke. They were moving, but then they seemed sentient almost. They seemed alive.
So the older ones, they were different than what we're dealing with now?
Oh yeah. He went through his phases of them, his mocks he called them. The Mach 1. I think he actually attacked us with Mach 3s at the time. He'd been working on this for a long time. A pet project at the academy, maybe.
So he actively killed everybody?
What do you mean actively killed everybody?
Did he send his robots after people?
When he first came in, yes, it was a coup. He displaced Duke Bro by defeating the small remnant of armies that Duke Bro had in charge, and then it wasn't enslaved. I mean, we felt like we were under new management. We were. I mean, most people weren't. We weren't. We fought. We escaped barely. It was just Hurst and I that lived. With Duke Bro, I was able to drag him away. Everyone else that I had employed that night, they sadly passed. But I was able to shift. I shouldn't have been able to. I reached down and something inside of me broke. Actually, I've had difficulty ever since then. I did too much that day, and I was able to fly us away, and we began trying to build little communities, and we watched as he changed everything. He began production lines. He began mining operations. He changed the entire Eastern Plains in a year, 2 years, as quick as you would think it was impossible. But with the workers that he was building, who never had to sleep. I mean, they worked 24/7. If they broke down, he could have them repaired. And he slowly phased out the population of people that he needed, that didn't need, people that we needed. They left, they died, they disappeared until it's what it is now. And he just kept replacing, and soon the animals were gone, killed, driven out. There was nowhere for them to live. They couldn't protect themselves from the environment anymore because it became harsh. And so he began replacing them. We don't go down south close enough to see him, but apparently he's even rebuilding the environment. He's building mechanical trees. He's planting mechanical grass. He's trying to cover the world in metal.
That would hurt so bad, mechanical grass.
Not to a robot.
That's his opus. That is how he thinks the world should be, and that's what he's trying to accomplish.
So you just need us to defend your grove.
Just
draw his troops away from there. Somehow.
We need to. Well, if they're that close to taking it, if they take the grove, I don't even want to know what happens. I'm afraid that I believe that the druidic powers that we have left, there's maybe 10, 12 of us in all three communities total. The rest of us are just fighters at this point. I think that our powers will be gone. We're tied to the last bit of land that there is. No more shape shifting for me. No more magic. The magic will be gone from the Eastern Plain, the dying plains for good.
I mean,
do we need to be at this grove to protect it? Is it that
you'll
close?
have to be there? Yeah, I'll have to send you. It'll be tomorrow. I'll have to send you in the morning. I'm tapped out for the day. I've done all I can fighting those creatures. They knocked me out of my form a couple times.
Are you guys particularly tied to this section of land, or could you gather your things up and head north to the Bernheim Forest where it's still lush and green?
We're tied to the grove.
That's what I was afraid of.
We can't break away from it. And I wouldn't.
No, I understand. I understand your loyalty's
But
lying.
it's not just a loyalty. It is a tide. I am bound to this land and to that grove. If I were to leave too far, it would break just as if the grove was killed and destroyed. I mean, I could, I guess. I would. I'm pretty old. I might would just die immediately. I'm not sure. But what we need is not to stay and defend the grove forever. That's ridiculous. There's always going to be something trying to, but this present force that's trying to take it. If you could rebuff that, I think that.
So a specific platoon that we could move against.
Exactly.
We can do that.
And then if we brought in everybody, what happens if you kill him? What happens if you shut off his machines? I mean, maybe we could take this place back over. We could
focus your efforts on this grove.
You start to rebuild. That's all you can do.
I would, and were I in your shoes, I would cut ties with the king, and just worry about your land.
We don't have ties with the king. We haven't heard from him since the moment that Duke Jack took over.
Seems as if he's kind of forgotten about you down here. So I think if we get rid of Jake, you're free to do as you please once again.
Well, and that's probably what we would do. We'd probably conjugate. Is that the right word?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't sound like
That don't sound like the right word. Congregate. That's it. Conjugate's math, right?
No, conjugate is Spanish.
Okay. We would focus our. We would find ourselves around the grove, I think, and try to push it outwards, try to continue its growth to re-inhabit this land. There's something special about that grove.
We look forward to seeing it, and at some point, I would really like to see Duke Bro, but maybe that can be after we've dealt with your other problems.
Could you move all your people to the grove and seal yourselves away in there?
We were always afraid of that. We've discussed it many times, but we're afraid that the larger population would just be like a beacon, that they know we were there, and that it would just draw more. So we actually tried to put less people there to try to draw them away. We try to make more noise up north, but as I said, here in the last year or so, it seems that his interest in maintaining the further places away from his opus has dwindled. He doesn't send patrols here. He definitely doesn't go much north. Something changed in him. Y'all can probably guess that might be around the time that he started working with Dalinar and was planning that, and that his attentions were divided.
Well, he also has to know we're coming for him. If any word gets back to him, like we said, that we're here, it's going to draw all of his attention to us.
Well, we might could throw some of our kinds of clothing on you or something just to camouflage you out there. Maybe.
I'm not worried about that.
Oh, I thought you didn't want him to know you were coming.
Well, he's saying that if we fight near the grove, that might draw more attention to the grove than you can handle.
But I'm just saying, anywhere he sees us, his attention's going to go. So that'll keep it off of you, is all I was saying.
Well, I just think that if we can protect the grove from what this present danger, then perhaps that we can send most of our fighters with you to be a distraction, to be a spear point to get you as far in and as close as possible to Jake. Because, like you said, if you can stop this, we don't have to defeat them all. If you can cut the head off the creature, the rest of the body will die.
So, what's your plan with getting close to Jake after this is all over? You said you can put a tree close to him. It won't take 5 years.
All right, the grove. It has powers. We've been letting it grow. We've been letting it try to strengthen. But I think that if we talk to the spirit of nature there, that perhaps we could have it.
Oh, so this wasn't just a general idea of a spirit of nature.
There is a physical representation of nature that presides in the grove.
Oh,
It's not the grove we're protecting. It is that spirit.
gotcha. Okay.
Let me ask you this: the robot, the things, the mechanical things we dealt with. Am I wrong? I remember this when we took out the big one. The rest of them shut down. Is that wrong? Didn't that happen?
I don't think so.
Or did we just destroy all of them?
I think we just destroyed all of them.
Okay. Okay, so it wasn't that we took down. I thought we did something and the rest of them stopped.
I think that y'all finished y'all's battle, and then everyone else was still fighting for a little bit. Yeah, I don't think so.
So it wasn't okay. I couldn't
We can
remember.
go back and listen, but I don't think so. I don't think they were tied to each other like that at all.
Okay. So I'll check on that before we go any more about that because I was thinking that happened, but I couldn't guarantee. Yeah, I know other battles were still going on. I thought when we took out the big one, the platoon we were dealing with shut down. Because I don't think we destroyed all of them. I thought some of them just stopped working. I don't know. If AJ doesn't remember that, I'm probably just full of crap. So, all right.
As y'all are discussing that, he has put his head back. He's falling asleep.
Just like that?
He's exhausted. He's done a lot today. And Hurst, he kind of groans as he stands up, and you see that he uses a robot leg to kind of prop himself up, and he throws it back over his shoulder. Let me find y'all somewhere to sleep. Tomorrow's another day. We'll get you where we need to go. Or you want to go talk to Bro, or you want to go on towards the Grove?
I want to walk over to the tree real quick and put my hand on it. I just want to... Gru, buddy, brought from one brother to another. These are your people. Help them out. And then I just want to let them know the gods are back. Gru is, he's tree god. Ask him for help.
Yeah, you're barking up the wrong tree with me.
I definitely feel you, but just try.
I don't know if they believe in a god or if they just believe in forest itself, but they know it ain't dead. It is never gone. It's leaving, but I don't know. If you'll follow me, I can find you a nice soft piece of dirt you can sleep on. And he leads you back, and Aldous just remains leaning against the tree, a soft snore coming from him, and you venture back out, and you see that this place is pretty dark now. There's just an occasional lantern lighting, and you hear the soft snorings of everyone. You see off towards the entrance a man and a woman standing guard, leaning against the wall from being so full of the food that was fed to them, and trying to stop from yawning as they try to keep their watch over the entrance. He takes you to a couple of partitioned walls that have been cleaned up a little bit, and they've laid out some fresher than everything else is that you've seen. Covers and pillows. It seems like they've tried to prepare you all a place. You can sleep here, and you'll either wake up or someone will waken you in the morning, and we'll figure something else out. They're never gonna tell you, but thank you for taking care of these people. They need all the help they can get.
You're among them.
Huh?
You're among them. You're not above.
I'm not above them. I'm not below them, but I'm not a part of them. I'm just a visitor, and I'm a friend. I'm a friend of Aldous'. A loyal friend. I would never leave him, but I don't belong here. I could leave at any time. I choose not to.
Are you not of the Ashari people?
No.
Ashara?
Ashara. I came here long ago. I was causing trouble the night before Aldous hired us. Starting a bar fight.
I love bars.
I miss bars. I spent some time down in Harbor's Inn before that. After that, actually. It was after that. Took a break from this place, but my loyalty to Aldous always brings me back. I'll probably die here. You have a good night, have a good rest, and thank you once again for taking care of these people. He walks away.
Oh, well, this has been depressing.
Anything y'all want to say or do as you lay yourselves down?
Is the kitchen still set up?
Yeah.
I just go into it and just make sure there's enough for if somebody wakes up in the middle of the night and they want food. It's there. But also, I whisper a prayer to Tira. Tira, I know generally that this gift that you've given me with these supplies is temporary in nature, and it's meant for nourishing us during our travels. But if you could leave just a box of something that I can leave with these people, something that I can give to them so that they can hope again. Please, whatever you can do.
Your mind flashes, and the alchemy jug actually comes to the forefront of your mind as if an answer.
Water is the gift of life. We can just leave the cork off that bad boy and flood this place.
I don't think she wants me. I don't know if she's prompting me to leave the alchemy jug, but I don't
feel
think,
like you want me to leave the alchemy jug, but that's crazy. You would never say that.
never.
Did say it's not on his inventory sheet.
It's almost like we have access to millions of dollars in platinum, and we could probably buy another one if we wanted to.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
We need it now. We'll
that's
never need it
true.
again. This is the only place we'll ever
the
need
good
it.
thing is we can fill as many water skins as we want and put them in the bag too.
True.
Or just fill the bag.
That's how we're gonna kill Jike.
Just put it in the bag of holding, just endless water.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. You know what?
That would be a bomb. If you fill the bag of holding with water and then pop the inside out, all that water comes out at one time.
I mean, I do have the spell
Imagine-
create.
How much is a
water.
bag of holding?
So it cost or how much does it hold?
How much does it hold?
It has a number, but I don't know. It's
It's
a
a
lot.
lot.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of water.
I don't think it's as much as you think, though, because
Water's pretty heavy.
Well,
it is heavy, but like the amount of water. Yeah, water's heavy, so it doesn't take as much as you'd think to fill up.
Yeah.
I think it's only 500 pounds. 500 pounds of water is not a lot of water.
if you guys find in a really small room.
Yeah.
But, I mean-
water is like 8 pounds.
I mean, I have the spell create or destroy water.
No.
Yeah, but can you create a lasting source of water?
I can create water.
She said what she
Oh, you can create water for us. Okay.
water if we
Yeah.
want to.
Okay.
Anything else anyone else is wanting to do after Anthony's fruitless prayer?
We don't have to do this right now. I just am saying, since I'm not sleeping, I'm still waiting on my delivery from Miranda. I don't know if that'll come tonight.
FedEx Express
I'm
doesn't
waiting for
run
my
here.
FedEx Express. Since I don't have to sleep, I'd like to look at Bryce's spell book and then probably explore Stone Spire while everybody else is asleep.
spell book.
Okay. Hey, can I see that spell book?
Yeah, you can have it
Oh, okay.
for right now.
Oh, I'll give it back. I'll give it back.
For right now.
I want to see if there's anything useful in here.
It's a lot of cleric spells.
Cleric spells. Oh, because of.
He's
Does he have
thaumaturgy
Liam? Does
wizard.
he have Liam's tiny hut from when he was?
What do you have, Liam's
wizard?
tiny hut?
He only had like a handful of wizard spells. He got a few more when he got stronger. He might have something related to raising dead that might be not purely cleric.
I
don't
I
remember,
can't
no.
use it if it's not a ritual, though.
Well, you can't. Oh, can you study spell books?
Yeah, only if it's a ritual, though.
Oh, I don't think he has any ritual.
In the midst of this, I'm going to bring it up to the party to maybe part with our alchemy jug to these folks.
Do it.
They can use it more than we can.
Just don't tell him about the mead feature. That's the last thing we know.
I
about.
think they already know about
No.
it.
already fed him beer.
Yeah, but they don't
Yeah,
know
they don't
that.
know how.
They don't know how we did it. We just tell them it's only water.
Just tell them. Don't tell them only. Just say this is for water.
Yeah.
It will be endless water for you, and they'll never
I
even
mean, what's
think
the problem
to
if
try
they
to
want a
change
little beer every once in a while? It's not like
They're impoverished.
Then
people
they
that don't
start
know-
fighting over it. Then they're killing each other over the beer jug.
it's endless.
You know how this goes.
No, I know.
They'll be endless.
So at that decision, Buck takes the jug back to the kitchen area, and everything about this place is kind of ethereal. You know, we've talked about that. The poles that are holding the stuff, it's ethereal. It still fills you, and you enjoy it and stuff, but there's something not quite solid there. You set the jug down on a crate, and suddenly the crate becomes whole as well, and you feel that this has just become a crate of endless food as well because of your sacrifice.
Oh my goodness!
Straight up having a great time. Okay. All right. And it's of the same nature, like potatoes, corn.
Yes.
okay.
Pull whatever they want out of it.
Whatever they want.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay.
And with that good deed, I think we will end tonight right there. For a game I really didn't know how it was going to go, that went pretty well.
Deuces.
Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I promise we'll have combat before too long. It's been a bit. Don't forget to check us out on all of our socials. Don't forget to check out Tiger Skull RPG. Come join the Discord. We got new people coming. That's awesome. We love seeing new guys who've been listening to the podcast. Shout out to you, Acer.
Yeah.
You just popped in today. He's like, listen from the beginning. Love what you're doing. We love you.
Yeah.
We love to hear it.
The link will be in the podcast description. So
Check us out every Monday and Friday. AJ streams once or twice extra a week usually. I try to jump in there sometimes. We have a lot of fun as a community. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for listening. We will see you next time here at the Commoners of D&D. Bye. Good game, guys.